Son of a bitch. God damn it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Fuck, I'm all flustered now. Welcome back to Revenge of the Crit. This time we're on episode 67.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I mean, hey, at least 66. There were some clones fighting, but they didn't kill Jedi. So it's fine. The war's still going on. Everything's going just great.
You're damn right it is.
Is it great?
I mean, the Republic's winning now, kind of, sort of, maybe.
Barely. We're still in a stalemate, so potato.
Yeah.
And anything could happen.
100%, yeah. But we still got a little bit of downtime left in Coruscant and other places if the party is looking to explore before they head back into the conflict, or they can just stay on Coruscant forever and just let the war go on as it's supposed to, and you know.
But that's
and everybody lived happily ever after.
or the opposite of just everyone died. The end.
The end.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen if you just stay on Coruscant forever. But yeah, just quickly going around the table and giving our spiels. I am Kevin, your DM for this session, the past, and future ones. Yeah, just really hyped to continue the story as we're finally getting out of the lulls in before the war gets really heavy, because that's where the Clone Wars just hits so good. But yeah, also totally excited for Kenobi just around the corner, and I think
Wait, it's next week.
Yep, yeah. It's next week.
Next week.
Yep.
We are all very excited to see our boys Hayden and Ewan McGregor back on the smaller screen, and we'll be watching it on our once it drops on our end. We'll try our best to contain ourselves if we come back the following week after. I think we'll have yeah.
I cannot promise anything.
Yeah, well, no promises made from anyone here. We're not your parents. We don't have to promise shit. But yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. Next up, we have Tati.
Yo, Tati here. It's still weird being first, but I'll roll with it. Here playing your friendly neighborhood Zabrak, Raziel, doing his best to make friends, save lives, and deal with his own trauma. It's fine. The boy's fine. He's working through it. Kinda, not really. Anyways.
Yes. He's doing his best. I mean, he's like 17 years old right now, and like he's made it like 6 months into a war. Yeah. Like, you gotta give the kid some props. And
yeah.
After that, we have Jinkles.
You agreed to stay away!
Hide.
Why did I expect yet not expect that fucking sound?
Hello, I am the lovely Jinkles. You can find me at lovejinkles on twitter.com. I play the wonderful and motherly Shir'iven, the Twi'lek Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
Well, master now, excuse me.
Yeah, master on the High Council, Shir'iven.
That's right, yeah.
You are on this council, but we do award you the rank of master.
Man, when Anakin's
he's just like, what?
That's gonna be
Anakin.
That's gonna be
How could this be? This is fair.
Man,
this is fair.
Man, if you actually sway the council to make Anakin master when the time comes, whew, you might save like 1 billion or so kids' lives.
and there'd be one diversion to Order 66.
Mm-hmm. Right. And
doesn't mean it still wouldn't it still happened.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Little ripples here and there.
100%. And after that, last but not least, as always, our good boy Chase. Spot on. Who needs Tim Allen when we got the next best thing right?
Please look forward to seeing me when Disney Plus puts me in the Santa Claus 5.
Clause 5!
Anyway, hello everybody. I'm Chase. I play RCO 947 Viper, if you're nasty. Clone engineer who just Isaac Clarke's his way through fucking everything. And what happens next? Who knows?
Yeah, it's It's gonna be a long war.
Am I excited? Yes. Am I scared? Yes.
I give you plenty good reasons to be scared, though, right?
As long as a man with lightsabers doesn't show up, I'm pretty sure it'd be good.
Yeah, okay. Now, I believe we have an intro and a recap to get through, so just one moment, ladies and gems. I want to hit play, and we are...
Whoops.
You
My
good?
bad.
You good?
Yeah.
And we are rolling.
Raziel's log. Shir'iven, Digig, and Patch have returned from Ilum, along with the Padawani younglings from the temple. Digig got herself a new Kyber crystal, and managed to pass her trial, finally becoming a Jedi Knight. She's stronger than she gives herself credit for, and I couldn't be more proud of her. I also managed to make a new friend in the Rough Riders. He doesn't have a name yet, but I think I'll surprise him with one. There are concerning news, however. General Grievous is still at large, and I can tell Shir'iven is bothered by the news. There are rumors about a new weapon on Geonosis. Maul's continuing his assaults, and no doubt is searching for the rest of the Sith artifacts. Not to mention my brother is still out there. There's still so much to do, and not enough time. I hope my team and I can figure out what our next step will be, both in stopping this war and saving lives.
I'm ready for pain.
I am too.
So,
Me too, I think.
friends, foes, and undecided. We continue from where we left off, as I believe it was, D-Gig past the trial was the last thing we touched? Or was it?
It was, it was Shir'iven and Palpatine's Have You Ever Heard the Tragic Tale?
Yes.
rendition.
Yes.
Both sipping glasses, looking at each other with the, is this poisoned? Is it not? I'm keeping my eye on you, bitch.
Yeah,
Surprise, Shir'iven, the glass was poisoned. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're fine. But yeah.
I was gonna say they're at the freaking.
Wait, you know what I have to say? You know what I have to say to it?
This is where the fun begins.
But no. Okay, so
Say the
Shir'iven and Palpatine, you basically finish your evening out in Galactic City with the show at the Opera House, and
Yeah.
it's a nice evening. Palpatine gives you a ride back to the temple, and you exchange niceties, all that jazz, and
Oh yeah, of course.
yeah, and everything's. There is even though there is war going on, there is this sort of moment of, you kind of like, in all that time of D-Gay being sort of letting her go from the nest onto another master, and now you're kind of a free bird. After that night at the show, it does kind of feel like, where do you go from here? You're just trying.
Yeah.
There is a moment of peace of and you almost forgot that the war is going on for a second. But there is that moment of just, what is your next step in this? Is being on the High Council and just finding either new younglings to pass on more knowledge to, or maybe finally looking into the, what was it? The restricted section, just learning more about the Order as a whole from the archives you missed over the years. A lot to do, but. Raziel, you, everyone is off doing their own thing. Viper is hanging out with the Crate Squad, keeping in touch with other commandos throughout, and keeping in touch with his original squad as well. And you have some downtime to yourself, as your day starts off at the barracks. And, is there anything you'd like to do? Head over to this is the agency barracks, not the clone one, so any place you want to go in particular first.
Actually, yeah, I think I think first off, he'd want to get in touch with Patch, if he can. He has
Okay.
his frequency or something.
Yeah, I'll just hit him up on the comms, and like you'll see,
Yeah.
he'll sort of like ring up, like, and you just see like he's like writing off at like a desk of sorts, like, oh, Raziel, pleasure to take your call. What can I do for you?
Hi, Patch. Whenever you have a moment, do you think we could have a moment to talk? Nothing serious, just want some, alone time to catch up.
Oh, I've got nothing else for today, so please feel free to come by the office.
Okay, fair enough. I'm heading there now then. See you in a bit.
Of course. So yeah, you eventually make it off to the clone barracks, and it's a little busy than usual, I'll say. Like, you're seeing actually like another acclimator ship sort of pull in with bunches of new, with several actually, like actual shiny clones, like all decked in white armor. Along with them, they're sort of led by these Mandalorian super commandos, like decked out in the Clan Kree's armor. And yeah, they're sort of like walking them down the Venators and Acclimators and just like getting them into their respective quarters. So yeah, like Kamino is like pumping out quite a bit of extra troops for the battles upcoming ahead. Is like the Separatists are slowly but surely starting to give way, and you eventually make through all the rustle and bustle, and you will eventually find your way into Patch's office. He has his helmet off to the side, and he's just sort of busily like writing off, doing like the final touches on this little document that he's working on. And then he like puts his pen up to charge, and then he'll sort of get his other bits of armor like slowly like start to don them on. He goes, Raziel, good to finally see you. It's been a hot minute since we've had a nice conversation.
That it has. Seems like we're always busy.
Oh, yeah.
And he kind of brings himself in and shuts the door behind him.
No doubt you noticed the extra troopers just arrived, fresh off the rack from Kamino.
I have. Seems like the alliance with Mandalore has been... well, we're seeing the results.
The results are quite fruitful indeed. I'm hopeful with this batch of clones, along with everything else. We'll be hopefully wrapping this war up in the next few months or years. But the Seppies are resilient as long as we make the right pushes.
Indeed.
But, is it more to expect house calls from the General, but is there something you need to see me about? As he's kind of like, starting to like go through like all of his med packs and just making sure everything's up to order.
Yeah, and Raz will kind of take a seat opposite him, across from his desk. Well, I wanted to check in after I said I would, and, you pardon me for bringing this up again, but I wanted to talk about Jakku.
And at the mention of Jakku, you see him kind of like stop putting things away. Then he'll like close up the med pack and go, there's nothing to talk about, Raz. It's, what happened is Thada took control of the situation. My leadership just didn't suffice in the moment. And what? The boys did what they had to be. They did what they had to.
Patch. This isn't an interrogation or anything. This is just talk between soldiers, friends, brothers, whatever you prefer, off duty, off the record.
kind of like tenses up at that saying of off the record, being like, Raz, I'm a command of the 99th Battalion. I have to lead these men by example. I can't show moments of weakness around them, otherwise their judgment in me will already be more reasonable to question.
I understand being in charge of a battalion, a legion. You can show strength, that's understandable. What isn't is the actions of the Galactic Marines. I know they were orders. I know there's not much you can do with orders when you're just a soldier. And he kind of leans against the chair. I speak from experience. I've permission to speak freely.
Like, you see him, like, kind of, like, tense up his glove. Almost goes to slam his helmet on the table, but hesitates. And then he'll, like, gently put it back down. Permission granted.
I haven't told a lot of people about the details of what I did when I was with the Separatists. But I had to do a lot. I had to carry out a lot of orders that were inhumane, that were brutal, bloodied, and no doubt violated laws of war. I did a lot of things that made me question why I was doing it. Is it the right thing? I had to kill someone close to my age.
Yeah, at that, Patch will kind of, like, go from around the table and put an arm on your back.
It still haunts me. And what I saw on Jakku reminded me of fighting in the Separatists, committing acts similar. They were bad people, I'm not denying that. But they were unarmed. Fighting in a war, fighting for your life. In battle zones, that's one thing. But executing?
Yeah, he kind of, like, starts to sit you down in the chair and, like, goes, like, pulls one across for him to sit on. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
It's okay, how could you? It's not something I like talking about. In case people get the wrong idea about me.
I can tell, hearing a chatter around the boys and the rest of the troopers, that I've grown quite fond of you, kid. And we've all had our rough starts. Just because you have one mistake in your past doesn't mean that they'll treat you any different. You're practically one of us. After all this time, and I still look back on what happened there, and I worry what else could go on if I don't step in. I won't let that mistake repeat itself. He kind of, like, grips, like just kind of, like, clutches a fist over his thigh and just sort of, like, hits himself very lightly.
And Raz looks up at him, saying all that. He'll take that in and then gently place a hand covering Patch's fist. Placed it over his.
Mm-hmm.
With your... I know you outrank me, and I know I'm technically just a private, but I'd like to help. War is messy and complicated. There's not a lot you can do when you're given orders. But all the same, I don't want us to forget what we're fighting for. There has to be a line. There has to be a line that we shouldn't cross. I'm not talking about, like, disobeying orders, no. But I'm saying we have to know there's a difference between following orders and knowing what's right. Thinking about them, just knowing, fighting for the right reasons, not fighting because we have a task to complete. If that's all it is, we may as well just be machines.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
All right.
Oh shit, that's right. I need to get the roll 20. That's,
And you were saying we had to get it up.
well, I'll just go fuck myself then. That's fine.
Ooh, no, you're fine. It's fine, dude.
26. Okay.
Damn, that's pretty good.
He kind of... He'll go kind of like put a head... his hand over your head. And just like holding it for a moment. Goes... Thanks, kid. Really? Didn't know how much I really needed to hear that. And he kind of like will pull you in for like... Just like a brief hug.
He'll accept. Not gonna lie, I kind of thought I was alone in that line of thinking. Felt weird, but I don't want to lose sight of what I'm fighting for. And I don't want any of you to either.
It's tough. He kind of like pulls back from the hug for a moment and just kind of looks out on to where like more ships are coming in and other clones are being loaded off. We're all designed with a singular purpose. To fight and die if need be for the Republic. But to do any of that, it really takes living first. And if I want to see that go to the end, I want to be a soldier that was worth living. And inspire others to do the same.
So do I, Batch. So do I. I want to give the others hope.
Well, just know unto me, we won't be repeating what's on Jakku anytime soon. It kind of like ruffles your head for a moment.
I'll hold you to that. And I'm only gonna be there to help if you need it. To help all of you stay on that path. If you'll let me.
I will. If the men are if the men's spirits are ever low, and mine are as well, I think they'd appreciate any words of encouragement for yourself.
And how? Make sure to keep coming back here. I mean, I do already, but you guys feel like better company than the Jedi Temple. No offense to them.
And yet you're so fond of General Shir'iven, aren't you?
She didn't start as a Jedi. That doesn't count.
I mean, quite literally she did.
When I found her, she wasn't.
It's
No,
alright,
honey.
kid. He kind of like just laughs for a moment. And he goes, like puts back on his gear and goes, now, I've got to do my duties and attend to meeting the new recruits, but I'm glad we had this talk.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
Just remind the general to keep me informed on what our next attack strategy is. I can lead the men my own if she wishes to take another leave, but I definitely feel more confident in what I'm saying with her by my side.
I'll be sure to let her know then.
Have a good one, Trooper. As he will clear out to the office.
You too, Commander. And he'll give a brief salute
Yeah.
before heading off.
Yeah, and he'll do the same as well. Alright. Now, on to Viper.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, anything else you would have been up to in this little bit of downtime, like any checking in on Crate Squad, or more just patrolling the city itself?
I figure since we're gonna be, you know what? I think I'm gonna mostly just maybe do some more just like, I guess, patrol stuff for the Emperor for Palpy.
Okay. Not Emperor yet. Very
Not
important.
not yet, not yet.
Very important to remind the audience. We are not in Imperial times. This is still the
Jumping the
Republic.
gun, aren't we?
Sorry, well,
I mean,
whoops, my
we're
bad.
an empire.
Wow, do you want to get there that fast?
No, shut.
We're an
Shut.
empire in all but name only. Relax. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll say go ahead if you're just like patrolling the city by yourself, like just either like on
Yeah.
the speeder you got or something. Go ahead and make me a perception check, or just see what you got.
Perceptione. Let me pull up that. Character sheet, normal perception.
Let's see.
2! Natural 1. Boy, the city sure does look like the city today.
Yeah, I'll say like you're just kind of roaming about the city, just like, you know, seems pretty normal, very busy, like streets just bustling with people, traffic is like at its usual highs, and hold on, let me
Sure
see.
is boring around here.
Yeah, I'll say right around that
My
time.
boy.
I'll say right around that time, like as like you're like just passing one area, you just hear a loud little like a couple of blocks up ahead of you, or I'll say ahead and below you, as like you're looking at like one of the lower districts. A bank appears to be being robbed, or you're just seeing like explosions go off, and like just like folks are like coming off with masks and armored blasters, just and like you're seeing like hold on, trying to find the the race of who'd be leading this little band of misfits. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, I'll say like you see one Tuscan, Tuscan person. There is also a Weequay, like one of those the race that Hondo is, and I'll say leading them is this. Where? trying to find it. It's probably this page. Yeah, I'll say leading them is one Carcadon, the shark people.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn.
And yeah, and they appear like to be like holding like this one. What is it? Yeah, they're holding a Nikto woman hostage, or like the. You see like the Weequay is like holding her like with a knife to her throat. And, like, the Carcadon is like, anyone follow us, the girl gets it! And, like, there's, like, popping off shots as they're hopping on speeders and just like, they're piling towards you, but they don't appear to have noticed you. But, like, they're underneath you, like, I'll say, like, a 50-foot drop.
Oh.
But they're coming away and you've got time. I'll say, like, they're 50 feet, 50 feet below you, but, like, I'll say, like, 100 or so feet away, so... Within a reasonable amount of time, like within a round-ish, they will be right underneath you. If you want to attempt something, but
I'm trying to think of like, Are they on a speeder?
Yeah, it appears to be 3 light speeder bikes.
3 light speeder bikes.
And then just like about like getting them on, and like just coming underneath you, and like you're already getting reports in here. I was like, be advised, we have 3 criminal assailants escaping from the National Bank of Coruscant. Appear to be armed and dangerous, wielding a hostage. I repeat, wielding a hostage.
All right. Okay.
Right, yeah. And like you're slowly like getting like you looking at like your map of Galactic City. You know that there are like police choppers like on their way, but they are like way too far. Like if you don't act, they might get away. You know that much.
Hold on, I'm trying to think. Shit. Are we grounded, or like are we like on the ground? Are we like in the air, or like because they're 50 feet below me? You said.
Yeah. You're basically like on like a second level, or like I'll say like you're 5 stories up, like on like another street corner, and like there's like a guardrail between you and like the other levels. If you want to like sort of like just fall off of that, and you can.
Because it's like I have my jetpack.
Mm-hmm. Right.
All right. Okay. So I have a plan. I have an idea.
All right.
It's gonna be a bit risky, but fuck it.
Yeah. Let's get a more hype thing, or.
Hold on. Leader. I'm curious. Is that?
Oh, yeah. I don't want to open that. Let's get on the battle track. Let's have some fun. All right.
Okay, I think they are. I haven't seen it. Okay.
All right. Let me. Anything at all yet? You got a strat?
I have a strat. I'm just curious of just sort of like are speeders are electric powered, right? Or are they just like bikes and just like they need gas and all that stuff?
They are electrical powered, yes. They require gas to like start up, or like to move, but yeah.
Okay. I have a plan.
But you do.
I have a plan.
Oh
I have a plan then nonetheless.
I know what you're gonna. I have a feeling I know your plan. I don't know if it's gonna end the way you think it does, but all right. What are you thinking?
All right. So I see them coming. I see them coming towards me.
Wow! Yeah, they're getting closer.
Start. And then just sort of like I look over and just sort of like I look over that and just sort of like just like a bit said to myself, just like never a dull day with me it seems. Start the jetpack and start flying towards them.
Okay, yeah, you can easily like you want to like try to land on one of the speeders.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, easy enough done. Which one? Because there is the Weequay as the girl, like sort of like thrown up on the back. The
yeah,
Carcadoon.
the one where the hostage is. The one
Okay.
with the hostage is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's easy enough. You sort of like hop right on, and then the weakling's like, "Oi, mate, this thing can only O2. Get off! Bugger off!"
In the name of the Galactic Republic, I am asking you to pull over.
Scrap this freak! As like the Carcadoon like pulls out a shotgun, one hand cocks it. Go ahead and I need you to make me a dex saving throw.
No problem. All right, dex saving throw.
Carl, there's shark people here?
Yeah, you know the
Oh
Rift,
god, that's
Rift Tamsin.
That's dope! I love those guys.
I feel like he's rocking like an ape sapien sort of thing. Cause it's just like they're near water plants, so it's like, what has he got? Like an ape sapien, like water near the gills vibe going on? Cause that'd be cool.
No,
Actually,
they can
I
breathe
actually-
air and water. I'm pretty sure.
They can actually. I did research on them. They can both breathe air and water.
Okay, cool.
All right.
That's a 14 on the dex save.
14, yeah, that'll do it. So you just narrowly managed to dodge that one, and I'll say the what did I say the other guy was?
Way a Tarkin and something with an N.
A Tuscan, yeah, that's right. Yeah, a Tuscan. He's like,
Tuscan.
yeah, he like will pull out a pistol and like he'll go, and that was a natural one. He'll accidentally fire at the guy's speeder. Just it's like, Florensky, don't blow up my bloody Roy! I was like, all right, but there goes. What are you doing?
And just sort of like looks over, just like from the gunfire, just sort of like all right, I asked nicely, and rubs his hand together, get a little bit of some of that static charge going on, as you just hear just sort of like I guess what I can only describe is just sort of like the night vision sound that every game uses, just sort of like
Yeah.
as he claps his hands together and activates shutdown.
Yeah, I had a feeling you would cast this motherfucker. So, what happens is you get you realize that the moment you do that, you're like, oh shit, we're like a good 100 or so feet above the ground, or any actual ground. You have a jetpack, that's right, and like in like that moment of like there's like 0 G's of you still going like. You guys are blitzing at like 90 or so miles an hour across the city.
So, immediate. All right, hold on. Here's. Okay, so that's. Let me shut down. That's 2, 3, 5.
That's like 6 or 8 tech points for you?
Yeah, 6. Hold on. Let me just. So that's 22. Okay. Think. I'm trying to figure out. Hold on.
You're good?
Because if anything, it's just sort of like, does it really matter if these guys die? But at the same time, it's like, it'd be kind of sus if I let them die.
I mean, I'm gonna still roll like if they fall, and how bad their deck saves are.
Yeah, putting down all electronic that are not held or wait.
It's like, what would Viper do here?
I mean, it's already it's already happening. So
wait, you emit an electromagnetic pulse shutting down all electronic devices extension of your type that are not held by or under the direct control of the creature. If it is, the creature must succeed on intelligence saving throw to stop the device from being shut down.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's what I have to do. So I have to intelligence save all 3 of these riders.
Yeah, so power save DC.
Yeah, what is that for you?
Wait. You mean shutting down? Yeah, intelligence saving throw. So that's so I think it's like my power DC.
Yeah, your power DC for the thing.
16, yeah.
16. Okay. These guys aren't super smart. Maybe. Yeah. So let's see how they do. All right. 12 for the first one.
Fails.
9 for the second.
Fails.
And 6 for the last one.
Oh, that's a bingo.
So. Oh my fucking god. It's gonna be like triple kill as they all fall and die. Okay. So,
So I immediately grabbing the hostage.
Yeah, she's like screaming, but like, yeah, she's like bound and gagged.
Grabbing the hostage, as I... Alright, I grab the hostage, I have someone on this ability, I sure hope so, I don't know if it's this one or the other. Bring along objects as long as the weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. Okay. So, and then, how far is the nearest like thing towards me?
I'll say like the nearest level for you will probably be like, because yeah, you were sticking close to the, like the rails of the other level. So I'll say like the nearest one is like probably like maybe 10 feet, like mid-fall, if you want to like sort of grab the girl and like fly off.
Grab the girl, set her down, and then just like as I'm like cutting her off, I'm just sort of like going on the radio, just sort of like RCO 947 to collect the police reports. I have the hostage. I repeat, I have the hostage.
Yeah.
Then squadron near me. Over.
All right, and as you're saying that, I'm gonna roll tech save for all 3 of these fuckers because they're falling 10 fucking stories, going 90 miles an hour.
I sure hope they're holding on to their bikes.
Bro, the bike, holding onto the bike, they're gonna fucking go in a fireball. Hold on, let's see.
Touché.
Right, first save. You gotta beat 10. All right, first one is okay. Second one also saves. And last one fails. So I'm gonna roll 10d6.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's 100 feet that they're falling, my dude.
I was
Let's see.
Well,
Right, come on,
it's
roll.
fine.
Roll. Did it not go?
It rolled. Yeah, I rolled.
Okay.
Yeah, 33 for the first one, and
Okay.
24 for the second one.
Right, hold on. Oh, that's right, because I gotta go down here first. Oh, yeah. Ooh, okay, so 30. Well, yeah, I'm already rolled it twice, so let's see. Last one, 36. Okay. So immediately, just to give a little flavor, I'll say the last one who failed was the weak way. He unfortunately got shot right at the gas tank, and it was like already leaking.
Oh.
So as he's plummeting down, just he like hits the street, tumbles, and immediately engulfed in fire and dies.
Oh.
All right, and then there's the Tusken Raider. Thankfully, he just makes a save, so like he's able to like quickly get off the speeder, and it'll like fall off the side, and like further down to the depths of Galactic City. He'll sort of like do like a tumble, fall, and roll. Yeah, like like even you can see from here, his mask and like robes are very, very bloodied, and the Carcadoon. He manages to get off just in time as well and just sort of, like, breaks the concrete trying to land on it. And then kind of looks around and, like, basically...
and as oh god, I have a great mental image for this. Just sort of like as they're all just scurrying around, slowly descending from the skies above is Viper, just sort of like just heavy electric pistol in hand as he touches down. And just sort of like looks over at them and just like, gentlemen, I believe you're going to have to come with me.
It's like the Carcadoon like pulls out these 2 big Bowie knives, and like the Tusken Raider pulls out a pistol, and then that's when you hear from the sides like, "Hold it right there, Sergeant. You're not alone." As like 2 more like Coruscant Guard dropships come in. And, like, they're just, like, at least a dozen or so clone troopers pull out their blaster carbines. And then out steps in his usual ARC trooper armor. You know him as Commander Fox. As
Fox or Fox?
Fox. Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, you'd seen him before in Palpatine's office. This is your first...
Oh!
Yeah, this is your second time seeing him again.
Hey, Mr. McLeod.
Mr. McLeod. God damn it.
I'm Fox McCloud. My parents died.
But yeah, so Fox will like sort of see like, surrender. You're completely surrounded. And then that's when like the Carcadoon just kind of the Tusken will like sort of put his hands up and like drop his blaster. And then just sort of like, as like clones will come in to arrest him, he's like, "Weak coward!" And like the other clones are coming in on the Carcadoon. He's gonna make a jump for the edge, and he looks like he's about to try to jump.
No, he fucking doesn't.
You could try paralyze him?
No, not paralyzing. I'm going to try to... hold on. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, that's a reaction. Okay. Hold on. Wait. Oh, wait, that would be everyone right there. Shit. Okay, never mind. Is he like mid-jump?
He's basically like 5 feet from the ledge at this point. Like he's backed up and he's rearing to sort of like.
How about fuck you, wire bind.
Oh my fucking god. Wire bind.
Give me
Up
4 wires, which bind a creature could be targeted by more than
4
6.
deck saves. Okay.
Give me 4 strength or dex saves. It's choice. Against my tech save.
Christ. Okay. All right. I'll see if you could get a smidge closer to the mic. All right, but all right. 4 deck saves. That is a 3 for the
Fail.
first. 8.
Failed.
10 and
Fail.
2. So
Failed. Oh, everything's coming up Viper today.
so immediately as this fucker tries to climb over the ledge and just fucking either escape or kill himself, you have no idea what to make out. And instantly just these 4 lightning fast bolas wrap around his arm on the ledge, wrap around his legs, wrap around his other arm, and also gag him. He's like, and then, yeah, like Fox will like send like some Coruscant guys after, and like they immediately like tase him.
Oh, that's
Yeah, and then they like will like start to arrest him. And he also sent another gunship down to the location where the Weequay was, where he fell down and exploded to get whatever remains of him. And then Fox will sort of go up to you and be like, "Nice shooting there, Tex."
Hey, that's the commando way.
Could use more guys like you in the Force. I was, not gonna lie, I was a bit hesitant. Palpatine promoted you to secondary chief of police, but already proving yourself quite quickly.
Well, what can I say? I guess we're both full of surprises.
It does seem that way, as like the gunship speeders will the dropships will take the Tusken Raider and the Kakadoan back to the penitentiary. And oh yeah, Fox will also say this to you and goes, "You're in league with that Jedi General Shir'iven, yes?"
yes. Master Shir'iven, actually. She got promoted to the council. Do I know that?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You would have Shir'iven would have found time to tell you, but
Yeah.
Then he goes, "When you do see her, don't normally do this, but Boba Fett requested to see her."
Oh?
Oh.
All right. Noted. Viper will remember that.
Viper will remember that.
Exactly. Yeah, just tell.
He didn't. He said he'd prefer if it was one-on-one, but he doesn't mind if you and her other comrade tag along.
All right. I'll just as an aside, no, he'll just nod and just like message received. And if that's everything Fox needs for me, unless there's anything else we're there.
Not.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
That appears to be everything.
I'll do it. I'll just sort of like do a quick here. I'll just do a quick aside as just like everyone's packing on them and just sort of like text, shoot a message over to the Shir'iven just saying, got a important message. Boba wants to see you, preferably alone. Not important, just get to it when you can. And then just like Viper _ and send that to her.
But yeah, Shir'iven, you get that a text from Viper. If you have any way you would like to respond to it.
What does the text say again?
It says important message. Boba wants to speak to you, preferably alone. Not. And that's pretty much it.
Mhm.
Yeah. It takes Shiri like a moment to respond. Like you see the little like the dot for like a couple seconds before she's like, copy that. I'll be there within the hour.
All right. So I take it, Shir'iven, you're just gonna be going straight to the prison where Boba's held, then?
She won't like make him wait any longer. Yeah, if the kid wants to talk, the kid wants to talk.
All right. So it's true. Within the hour, you're able to hitch a speeder ride over to the Republic sanctioned galactic prison, seeing all manner of colorful criminals there. Some who have come across you in the past, others you don't recognize. Some of them are like, they're like just harassing you, just being like, "Hey, Jedi, looking better than ever today." Just like, like typical prison yard shit.
Wait,
But,
what
like,
did he
all,
say?
like, it's like, "Looking better than ever today."
Oh my
It's
lord.
like, and then one of those like, "You look better than in the holograms." A lot of, some of these guys, like, you could tell they don't get out much. But then, eventually I'll say, like, you're escorted into the mess hall, by 2 Coruscant guard, and you'll eventually will come up to a table where, Boba Fett, you see him to his side. One of his sides, he has a, what is the name? He has a Trandoshan of tan skin, and, like, they're all rocking these, like, orange jumpsuits. And along his other opposite side, you also see a sort of, a tall, white-skinned woman with these, like, sort of very long, dangly sort of fingers, rocking a long red ponytail and an antenna.
Oh,
appears to be-
wait.
I know that's Bosk. I know that has to be Bosk. But
Mhm.
wait. Was Bosk always tan?
Yeah, he was
Oh.
tan.
Is it? Oh shit! It's Bosk and that other chick.
Aura
What's
Singh.
her name? Yeah, her.
Yeah,
I can never remember her name for whatever reason.
Yes, it's
but
my
yeah.
favorite Star Wars bounty hunters, Bosk and Sexy Dengar.
The moment you said red ponytail and antenna, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
But yeah, you just see the 3 of them, like, sit a bunch at the table, and then, like, boss, the Trandoshan kind of goes like, she's here, boss. And then, like, Boba sort of like halfway, like, eating through his meal goes, "Oh, Master Jedi, pleasure to finally meet you again."
Pleasure's all mine, Boba.
And then, like, the woman off to Boba's side goes like, "Does she really have what you want, Boba? This is a waste of time." And then he goes like, "Relax, Sora. She's one of the good ones." And then she'll kind of, they'll both sort of sit down and goes, and then Boba will, like, continue and goes, "So, Master Jedi, must be curious as to why I invited you over here."
Very much so. And she settles herself down at the table with them, just, casual.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, like, Boba's not really making eye contact with you. He's kind of focusing in on his meal. And you just see Boss kind of, like, looking at you with, like, a gleeful excitement. And Aura Singh is kind of more, a bit scornful with a hint of jealousy. You can see off of her vibe.
She is not paying any mind to Aura at all. She is just focused right in on Boba. That's what she's here for. So she can feel Aura, like, staring daggers into her. She doesn't give no fucks.
Also, I will say, I'll say with your natural Jedi senses, you can tell Aura Singh is actually, she's got a bit of, she's got a little force sensitivity going on.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can just pick off her vibe. Like, if she could, she might, force throw a kitchen knife through your throat if they could actually cut skin, but that's neither here
Right.
nor there.
The plastic knife. Shuri just feels like a fucking tap on the back. Ow! What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Just the equivalent of fucking Aunt May slapping Joel McHale in Spider-Man 2. Just like, ow!
It's like, ow! It's like a slap to the face. Ow, that stings.
But yeah. And he goes, listen, I normally wouldn't call upon the services of you or any other Jedi, but my father was Mandalorian, and he raised me to be one as well, and he told you to look after me, as he kind of like will forcibly put his like fork down into like this like little bit of, I don't know, space chicken, and he just looks at you and goes, I owe you a life debt. And
Oh shit! Okay.
Mandalorian life dead? Hello?
yeah. And let me. Okay. But yeah, so, and he will continue on being like, you're looking up for this Grievous fellow, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Look, that metal nerf herder killed my father before my eyes. You did your best to save me from him. Without you, I would have joined him off in the afterlife, or whatever you Jedi call it. But here's the situation. I want him dead. No one else gets that privilege but me. So, unfortunately, I don't know where the hunk of scrap metal is, but I do know where his contacts might be. And
Shuri kind of like, raises a brow at that. It would be most helpful, as he has been on our radar since the events happened. Like, how long was it ago? Like,
It was-
4 or 5 months ago?
yeah, 4 or 5
Dunno.
months.
Yeah.
4 or 5 months,
Maybe-
yeah.
I'd probably maybe 5 months or so.
Yeah,
been a
it's been a while. But
It was like right after we helped Ryloth.
yeah, so quite a ways
Ever-
back.
Ever since you've been placed here, the Republic has been looking out for him, and we've only caught basically the tail end of his destruction each time. His contacts would be very important if you have them.
And then, like, Orson goes, it's not gonna be that simple, Jedi. First, you have to prove something to Boba, and then Boba will pipe in going, one of those Seppi bastards took my father's ship, the Fire Spray. Called it the Slave One, but personally I wasn't as into the name myself. If you can get me that, I can get you all the information you need on Grievous, or at least his contacts. Under one condition. I go with you. And all the stuff that belonged to my father is bequeathed to me. And then, like, Boss sort of chimes in and goes like, and you let us off on lighter sentences.
I will do the best that I can for the lighter sentences, as well as trying to get you out of here. To be honest with you, Boba, if you recall, we placed you in here for your safety.
I don't know if you noticed, Jedi, but like, as you kind of see, like, they're like, the mess hall's actually quite busy, but there's sort of a massive, like, you always could see, like, whenever a prisoner got too close to, like, this little circle, like, you see him, like, scurry away, and then Boba goes,
Right.
like, I pretty much run this place. So,
And I'm quite glad that you've come to this point.
had a bit of a rough start, but Bosk and Aura are old contacts of my dad. They helped me get adjust to prison life a little bit, as he, like, sort of rips off the meat of, like, a rotisserie animal.
Yeah. Shiri, you know, she notices that, she looks around before she kind of gets a little closer to the three of them. Just give me the name of the person who took your father's ship. I'll do the best I can.
Had to be. It was Rylos. Had to be Wat Tembor. If not him, one of his droids. I'm thinking he might have taken it off to Agamar, some droid place. As far as where it might have gone, it's where the details get a little fuzzy. But long as you can find it in one piece, or at least get what's on it before whatever they do to it, I'd greatly appreciate it.
I'll do as much research as I can, and I'll keep you updated as soon as I go on my journey.
And then like Boss will sort of chime in, being like, "Bring up nothing, and you get nothing from him, Jedi."
I figured as much, but I will keep you all informed as I make my moves. Shiri puts a hand out just to Boba.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a deal?
Kind of like Boba will look to Bosk. Bosk will kind of like quickly nod, and then to Aura, and then Aura's just kind of like sort of looks off like in disgust at the offer. But then Boba will be like, "Deal," and like he'll shake it and goes like, "But don't cross me, Jedi. I know my father's taught me everything I need to know about taking you out if I need to, and when I do get out of here. And it's not a matter of if. But things don't go well, then I know how to get my revenge."
And I'm informed. I'll keep that in mind, Boba. And with that, Shiri shakes his hand before rising up from the table. I'll do my research. As soon as I get my information, I'll inform you. And I'll tell you when I make my move. And with that, Shiri turns on her heel, and she leaves the prison cafeteria.
Yeah, and I'll say at this point the alarm sort of goes off. "All right, back in your cells. Move it, move it!" As like other clones are like putting on their electro batons and like escorting prisoners like out of the mess hall. And Boba Fett will just kind of look to you with like a melancholic sort of smile, and as he's escorted back to his cell. And yeah, I'll say around this time, you guys will all reconvene at whatever place of choice, either Dex's Diner, at the Jedi Temple, the Clone Barracks, wherever you all are feeling to sort of reconvene and touch bases.
I mean, Shir'iven's room has kind of been the meeting place of every time we fucking do this.
I mean, it has. I mean, it's private enough, so
Yeah,
it works.
I mean, as far as you know, what?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, excuse me.
It's a Jedi temple. They're not gonna spy on the people who sleep in there. What? That'd be crazy.
No, it's just all you fucking hear is just just one of the Jedi Council members or any of the Jedi Knights. Shiri, do you have friends in there? Shiri.
Bugged rooms of cameras, I have.
But Shiri will send out a text to both Raz and Viper, asking them to meet her at her quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Do they respond?
Viper,
Yep.
Viper just gives be there ASAP.
Yep. And yeah, Raz will send a quick response on my way.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys will all eventually reconvene at the Jedi Temple in Shir'iven's quarters. I'll say, I'll say, like, as you, like, Shir'iven, you would have been there, waiting for them. I'll say you would have probably caught...
She's making some tea.
Yeah. I'll say you would have caught, glimpses of, what was, his name? That temple guard who Shir'iven, D-Gig is now training under. I'm trying to find...
You named him.
I know.
You are the one who gave him the
I
name.
did not write that down like an
Yeah.
idiot.
Quiz, you're fine. Quiz. Yeah, I'm finding it in our chat. Yalset, the young, like, Powan, temple guard master, as he's, like, sort of instructing Diga, go sort of, like, catch them within the training halls, as, like, Diga is just, like, starting to adjust to, like, the saber staff. Because, like, remember your Form 1 training, maintain defensive position. As, like, Yalset is, like, just destroying her combat-wise, and just not, like, going in on the offensive, and goes, like, and eventually, like, Diga will sort of get knocked down. But then Yalset pulls up and goes, remember to maintain a strong horse stance. As being a god, we are meant to be stalwarts, sentries of this temple, to defend this place with our very lives. Do you understand this, young D-Gig? And she goes, yes, Master Set. He goes, all right. Again! And, like, yeah, they're just, like, going repeatedly through drills. And you'll catch that as, like, you're going around the temple waiting for the others to arrive. And they do, like, within, like, probably an hour and a half, they will be there. And, yeah, you guys are all at the Jedi Temple with a nice hot cup of tea ready for you all in Shir'iven's room.
So, I happen to have a bit of news.
Go on.
And what would that be?
Viper informed me that Boba Fett wished to speak to me about some matters. Apparently, he owes me a life debt. But the only thing I am asking from him that he apparently knows of, he happens to know a few contacts regarding General Grievous. And the only way that we are able to get those is if we retrieve his father's ship, and I somehow lighten the sentence on his friends.
I see. And who are these friends?
Orin Singh, what the fuck was her race? I'm sorry.
Let me just double check, because honestly, I don't even think Star Wars 5e has a race listed. Let me see.
Lists her as a Paladuvan?
Let me double check. Paladuvan, yeah, that would be it. Paladuvan and a Trandoshan.
Yes. We have a Paladuvan and a Trandoshan. Orin Singh is the Paladuvan, and god damn it, I'm
Bosk.
not good. Bosk is the
Trandoshan.
Trandoshan.
Upon hearing just sort of like Trandoshan, just sort of like Viper pipes up a little bit, just sort of like a huh.
Would I know what Orin and Bosk are in for?
Go ahead and make a lore check.
17.
17. Yeah, I'll say with that, you actually remember and you realize that Aura Singh actually had some minimal training in the Jedi Temple, like many, many years ago. And something happened with her master in some operation or another, and she then sort of went on a bloodlust, and then she was kind of put away for mass murder, armed robbery, the list goes on as far as crimes that she's committed. assassination attempts. Like, yeah, she's very renowned sort of like sniper, like hired on for political assassination jobs, kidnappings, all sorts of stuff. Like, very little she won't do. And Bosk is a very similar record, but much less, helping out with like armed robberies, a lot less sort of covert, and he's more like sort of an add-on accessory to a lot of crimes himself. And like you notice extensively on him that he's eaten far more people than than Aura Singh has. But yeah, that's about all you realize from their sort of histories.
It's easy to get Boba out. He was basically put away for his own safety. Aura Singh and Bosk, however, that would be another story.
You know, she kind of recounts, like, what the two are in for, all that stuff to them, and it's just like, she kind of like takes a sip of her tea and like sits back on her bed. She's like, it's a lot, and I'm sure that I could get an earful from the council if I were to do something like that, but it has to be something that I could do.
And as you kind of recount their, their records, Raz, he takes a sip of the tea provided, and he crosses his arms. So they're actual criminals.
And because of Jango Fett's alliance with the two of them, Boba was easily able to become protected by them. And he's somewhat untouchable in his jail.
Sounds like he's put his own crime ring together.
So it would seem.
It's got a lot of influence.
It's all because of his damned father. Shiri just like sighs and shakes her head before like sipping her tea again. She seems a little annoyed bringing up Jango again, but it's in the moment.
Of course.
Yeah.
I said
From what
that I would. Oh, sorry.
He was just gonna go on with that and just go, from what I knew of Jango, he wasn't a good man, but he made me promise to keep Boba safe as well.
As much as I dislike Jango for my own reasons, I promise the same. Boba was thrown into this at such a young age. And while he seems like a strong kid, I can't help but feel somewhat responsible for his safety.
Yeah. And as much as I don't like it, I don't like breaking promises.
What we need to do is we need to find... God damn it, what was the name he gave me again?
Wat Tambor.
Wat Tambor might be the last person with Jango's ship.
Oh, great.
Sounds
We're gonna have
familiar to
trouble
you?
with him. Yeah, I had, interacting with him, passed by him during my, time on Skako.
See.
He's a smart droid. We're gonna get the ship from him. We need to be extra careful. You could order a bunch of droids to him within a second. There's not a lot he doesn't know.
Do you think he'd be last seen on Skako? Or do you think he's hiding out somewhere else?
Would I know that?
I'll say
go ahead and make me a lore check. This is like I'll give you the things you know for free, but just give me a lore check to see if you know anything extra beyond that.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
So let's see that.
Ooh.
Natural
damn.
20.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
baby.
You recall. God. Go ahead and add to your combat prowess points.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, baby.
How many are you at right now?
I'm at 7. 3 more.
Okay, 3 more till you can get feat, fighting style, or mastery. Okay.
Yep.
So, with a natural 20,
It's so cool.
you recall that Wat Tambor is a prize collector of sorts. Like, he loves collecting rare treasures, artifacts, ships, all the variety. But because of the nature of Skako Minor and its very limited storage space, like, it is mostly like a droid foundry / like techno union facility. He kind of likes to separate his home from his work. So you do realize he actually has sort of a safe haven on the planet Seleucami. Another separatist sort of aligned world, kind of like a little like resort sort of planet, and very desert, or like there's like bits of like, you know, desert farmland, and like there's like hot like famed steamed bath places, and you would know he does like have sort of a another sort of estate on the planet where he would sort of like this massive garage filled with sorts of old Republic model ships, various like other types of vessels sort of strewn about. And he had other investments there as well, but you weren't, again, it would be something secret to you. It would have like been kept away from your prying eyes if you had any curious made any attempts to look into what else was going on Seleucami.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. That's a lot more than I thought I'd get. Okay.
Oh yeah,
So-
natural 20. I'm gonna, even if it didn't meet the DC, which like, it's a natural 20. It would have, like, and you're not, like, yeah, like Res isn't like very in-savvy, so it would have been like a lower one, but yeah, nat 20.
Yeah,
I'm giving you quite a bit for that.
Yeah, he's not intelligent savvy, but he is proficient with lore, so...
Oh damn. Well, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So, you know,
So-
hearing
Yeah, he would...
all of yeah.
Yeah, he'd basically go on and recount everything he knows about Wat Tambor, that he's a collector. He's got his own his garage with model ships, other vessels thrown about on Seleucami. He'd tell you all of what he knows.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so with that, Shiri nods her head. Do you think that we'd have the best shot of going there? Gotcha.
I think so. If there's any place he'd stash any ships, any collector's items, vessels, what have you, it'd be on Seleucami.
It'll more than likely be a reconnaissance mission. We are going to have to possibly get 2 pilots in on that because we need someone to get us there. And we need to get the ship out.
Yeah, definitely low profile. That'd be best.
Shiri kind of thinks for a minute as she's sipping her tea. Obviously she knows Viper is great with piloting.
Yeah.
Would it be okay to roll a lore check on anyone that would be able to help, who has a good piloting that she knows of?
Oh, like who could like get you to Seleucami like under the radar?
Yeah.
I'll say go ahead, Yao. You can roll for it.
25.
Nice.
25.
I swear to God.
All the Republic pilots, or like at least the clone pilots, like they're average fighters, but for a task like this, Seleucami is very deep in the Outer Rim and part of a separatist space. One mo. Captions don't appear to be going up. Let me. Okay, yeah, they're back up. Okay. But there is one name who has kind of stood himself out among the other pilots along the Republic Agency. Goes by the name of Dameron.
Oh!
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh, wait.
Wait, are you talking about like his fucking like grandfather?
Oh, I mean, you don't know who it is. You just know his name is Dameron, but...
No, I'm talking to you, the DM, you motherfucker.
I mean, you haven't met him in game yet. I can't say shit.
You motherfucker. You know, she kind of like, she thinks back to that name. When was the last time she actually heard that name?
You would have heard it from, actually, Hunbrav, the leader of the Republic Agency himself, the general of that. He basically, like, yeah, every other couple months he just gives sort of a status report on, like, where all of his troopers are. You would hear that, like, Thrawn is on his way from slowly, like, graduating from the ranks of captain to, you know, second admiral, or, you know, like, wherever the next step that is in, you know, the Navy. And you would know that Dameron is, like, he's, like, probably, like, the best pilot that the agency has. Like, he's consistently scoring, like, top of the boards as far as other pilot in comparison to other pilots there, even, like, outshining, you know, other pretty solid pilots within the clone battalion. But yeah, and, like, he has, like, a custom Arc 170. It has, like, a sort of a black and orange spray to it, and yeah. But yeah, that's all about you. That's all you know about him.
So, she, like, thinks of that name, and she nods her head.
I might have a pilot that can get us there. Just Viper, you'd have to fly the Slave One out of there.
Right. I like me a challenge.
Alright. So, I just need to get in contact with someone by the name of Dameron. To go and... It might be a few days. So, I'll do the best that I can to hear back from someone, keep you all informed. And we're just going to have to inform Boba once we get the confirmation.
Sounds good. Keep us updated.
Right. I'm going to have to try and find a way that it won't cause too much trouble of me leaving council on my own duties. So, wish me luck in that.
Hope they're not giving you much trouble.
It's not that they won't give me trouble, it's that they probably won't advise that I do anything I'm doing.
Well, come to think of it, that's kind of a lot of what we do, isn't it?
And somehow, we managed to scrape by.
Lucky us.
Lucky us.
Oh, by the way, before we head out, Patch wanted to want me to send a message over. Anytime we have future missions of the sort, he'd like to come along and lend his aid.
He is more than welcome to. In fact, if anything, we might need his assistance on this future one. Obviously, I'm not asking him to bring the entire battalion along, but...
No. But knowing his medical skills, they could be useful.
It would. We don't know what we're facing when we go to his home. We could need it.
If you want, I can let him know that you're interested.
I'd really appreciate it, Raz. There's a few things I need to do before we make all these moves, obviously. And if you could pass that message along, I'd really appreciate it.
Consider it done.
Okay.
What?
No,
What?
no. I'm just like, fuck, I forgot Patch made that offer.
You
guys are gonna have a
Beginning of the
dedicated
session.
healer now. That's it. You guys just can't die. You're gonna have a fucking healer in the party. So I'm goodbye and counterbalance.
You don't know that.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I will say one other thing. I wanted to like touch on this before we end the break in soonish, but Shir'iven, you also would have been told that Count Dooku's trial is coming up as far as his sentence goes.
Oh!
And all of you have been invited to sort of make statements. You know, Viper, Raz, Sherry, like everyone who was like involved at the scene. And
Yeah.
Right.
so, yeah, basically, like, I'll say, like, whatever, this can be, like, before or after whatever business each of you guys have to do, like, prior to trying to find Dameron and convince him to take you. But, yeah, I'll say if, you guys have any statement as well, like, because basically, like, your statement is either, like, it provides, you know, your recounting of the events, as well as if you have, like, a personal, you know, advisement for, like, hey, like, either, like, send him to, you know, give him the death penalty, or, like, just, like, have him, like, rot in a cell.
Yeah.
Like, you guys, like, that's the place to make your case.
Definitely is the person that she needs to be on that trial.
Yeah.
I think Raz would be there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Raz would definitely be there if need.
And
Yeah,
Viper?
not Viper definitely. Hello?
Yeah.
You're agreeing that Raz needs to be there.
I agree. Raz must be there.
Yeah.
No,
I
but,
don't need to be there. Fuck that Jedi bullshit. Okay.
no, I'm
I
No,
got force
but-
lightning.
no, yeah, no, yeah. Viper is suing for property damage and emotional anxiety. No, Viper will be there, but just sort of like stand guard if need be.
Okay.
I feel like he doesn't. I feel like he feels as if like Raz and Shiri could probably do most of the talking. If they
Okay.
really need him, he'll say something.
Okay. Alright, I'll say the trial day comes up. The Jedi Council members, or like the ones who weren't like really involved in everything, I'll say like, you know, Obi-Wan, Anakin, the other High Council members, some other like other Jedi Masters who had lost their younglings or Padawans will be sort of standing by as like sort of jurors or just sort of overseeing this massive trial, and you're led into the courtroom. It has like these like looming gray walls, this giant sort of like almost like a it almost feels like the prison, but has like a more sort of it is like sort of has like these bioluminescent lights that like streams everything in like this sort of light white color. As Dooku is escorted into like this massive courtroom, escorted by 2 Jedi Temple guard, and then like Palpatine will sort of be in front of me. He's like, for the crimes of destroying a Jedi Temple with the deaths of dozens of younglings and Jedi Masters, Master Dooku, how do you plead? And then like Dooku just kind of looks off to where like you guys are sitting off initially and goes, and then back to Palpatine and goes,
I have no regret of my actions. The Jedi started this war, and all I wanted was for it to be reborn. You all lost your ways! Qui-Gon died because of your inaction!
as he's like looking off and yelling at where like Yoda and everyone is sitting down, and like you see Shir'iven, Yoda's just kind of like looking down with his like just like this like sad expression, like him having the gall to even bring up Qui-Gon's name.
Yeah.
And then like Dooku sort of escorted back into like a cell area, and he goes like, will the first witness please step forward and make your recounting of the events? And like a couple Jedi and like Temple Guard go up, and it comes up to whichever 3 of you want to go first.
Shiri will go first because she fought Dooku, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
So, yeah.
Master Sherry, Please tell the court what occurred on the day that Dooku bombed the Jedi Temple Tower.
We were wary of Dooku's actions leading up to that tragic event. What happened was that we were Master Kenobi and I, as well as Master Yoda, Master Windu, were all set to basically corner him within the gardens and ask him to confess to what he's done, leading. Because he was like, well, hold on, out of character. He was leaking information to the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's been a while since that entire debacle happened, so I'm like, wait.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you know that he was caught leaking information to the Separatists, and yeah, he would have confirmed that he was in touch with Maul and Sidious.
Yeah. We found out that he was leaking information to the Separatists, particularly Maul, Darth Maul, and the elusive Darth Sidious. We cornered him in the gardens, but he fought both myself and Master Kenobi. Before everything happened, he made one comment, and as soon as it was made, the temple exploded. We fought as hard as we could, as fast as we could to disengage him before we could rush to save any younglings that were left.
And in your honest opinion, what do you believe the punishment for such a crime should be?
He deserves to rot in the cells under the Jedi.
Thank you, Master Jedi. That will be all, and he'll then call over which one of you next.
Raz, get on.
Yeah, probably Rez. He steps up. He's kind of, sort of, once he's looking at everyone, and he kind of gets the sense that maybe he shouldn't even be here, considering he's a former separatist. But, you know, he looks to Dooku, he looks back to Shiri and everyone, and he just kind of steals his nerves and just goes up to speak and make his case.
Raziel Vuzlau, please give us your recounting of the events, from your perspective.
I was with Shir'iven as we were going to arrest Dooku. We all found out the crimes he was committing under the radar. Master Shiri and all of the other Jedi Masters went to arrest him as I was watching guard, helping the younglings get away from the garden in case something happened. Once they were safe in a secure room, the temple exploded. Now, I wasn't there during the duel, but I rushed to the temple immediately, figuring something bad was occurring. When I arrived, the temple was on fire. Dozens of people, masters, younglings alike, were injured, trying to get away. I fought as hard as I could. I helped with the rescue immediately, trying to make a secure route for the younglings and any masters who needed to escape. And with the help of the likes of Commander Patch, Digig, and everyone else, We got as many as we could out. But unfortunately, not everyone was so lucky. Casualties came out of it, such as Master Couto. It was a tragedy.
And for his crimes, Raziel, what do you believe is the proper punishment?
What Dooku did and tried to do is deplorable. Lives were lost. That said, he needs to pay for what he's done. He needs to serve his time and have justice be carried out. My vote, imprisonment.
That will be all. As he kind of like will have like the Coruscant guard escort you back. And
He does.
And Viper, your accounts on this as well, please.
He sort of makes his way up towards the he makes his way up to the stand and just sort of looks over everyone and just sort of like, it's Palpatine given everything, right?
Yeah.
So he just sort of like speaks up. Palpatine, Your Excellency, members of the jury, the attack on the Jedi Temple was a very strenuous and dangerous time for all of us. I only fought against Dooku with what much power I could, but if it weren't for the actions of Masters Obi-Wan Kenobi and Shir'iven, my life surely would have been lost by Dooku. I fled the scene when I was overpowered by him, heading out with the clones to rescue as much of the younglings and secure the temple as much as I could possibly do so. I was nearly killed that day. Dooku's betrayal towards the Jedi Temple and the Republic is a traitorous stain that we cannot attempt to happen again. At the same time, I am curious as to know what Dooku's intentions were. My statement is the same as Raziel's. Imprisonment for Count Dooku.
Thank you, Viper. That will be all. And like guards will escort you back to your seat. And a couple hours will go by. Say like maybe 2-ish. And like other Jedi Masters will sort of recount. I'm actually gonna roll. I'm gonna
boy.
see.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna give it a d20 roll. One
Oh,
sentence.
boy.
Don't
Oh
give
boy.
If it's even,
Oh boy.
it is imprisonment. If it
Oh,
is
God.
odd, it is death.
Oh god. Okay.
Natural
Okay.
fucking 20.
Okay.
So he is in
It's
prison.
even.
Your Honor, Your Honor, League of Legends. Death.
Death.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Actual justice. I was actually legit worried we were gonna give her statements and he's gonna we're gonna do death anyways. That would have pissed me off.
I mean.
It's like, bitch.
And yeah, that's when Palpatine will sort of escort you, and like all the Jedi council members will rise as well. He goes, Jedi Master Dooku, it has come to our decision. We have reached a verdict. And then Yoda will sort of rise up and goes like,
Found guilty, Master Jedi Dooku is sent to life on prison. Alula Seyu, he will. Locked behind the Citadel, he will remain for the last of his days.
and then Palpatine will just sort of go like, I do hope the Jedi know what they are doing, but if you have any final words, Dooku, now is the time. And he just kind of looks at the three of you and the rest of the Jedi with the saying goes,
You're all traitors, every last one of you.
and then the temple guard will
escort him outside of the courtroom in cuffs, where a ship will be waiting for him as he is flown off to Loloseu to rot for what you assume the rest of his very short life.
Oh, he's coming back, everyone. My plan.
Yeah.
How long till he comes back?
I doubt this is the last we'll see of him.
No, just let me have my fun, please.
we are.
But yeah, with that in mind, we are going to take a break then. At that, yeah, we're just shy of the 2-hour mark, so we can continue with whatever else we have left, leading up to the stuff with the Dameron. But yeah, we'll be right back, folks. So wait right there. One moment.
See you in a bit.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. So yeah.
And we are back.
Hello.
Hello. Chase will be back in just a mo, but yes, continuing from where we left off, or I'll say, would you have waited like till you're all back at the Jedi Temple, Shir'iven, to talk with Anakin, or?
Yeah. Like, Shiri would, make sure that anyone on the council was okay, just especially after the fucking the shit about Qui-Gon being brought up in the middle of it. She'll, just check in on everyone, make sure they're okay.
Yeah, I'll say everyone appears to be mostly fine. Like, Yoda's a bit distraught at, like, him invoking in the name. I'll say Qui-Gon more than anyone is probably looking the most...
Obi-Wan?
Yeah, Obi-Wan looks... Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, Obi-Wan looks the most shaken up.
Sorry about that.
You're all good. Yeah, we're just basically, like, continuing... Yeah.
Well, everyone is walking out of the chambers,
Mm-hmm.
Shiri kind of like, she sticks by Obi-Wan. She'll put her hand on his back and like follow him out.
Mm-hmm.
Just keeping close and comforting him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, just yeah.
He's just very, like, kind of like to himself, it looks like, just yeah, just very, like, shaken up, just sort of, he'll, like, put, like, his hand over one of her arms, and just, like, he looks sort of unsure, and, just, like, will look to you and going, like, I hope we did the right thing. For him, at least.
I'm sure we did. He doesn't deserve death for what he's done. He deserves to allow justice to prevail. Qui-Gon wouldn't want him dead. I'm sure of it.
I can only imagine how Anakin's feeling at the cost of all this. Qui-Gon was the one who founded him, and now the person who trained him is now being sent away.
I'm possibly going to check on him, like I said that I would. You possibly need some rest, especially after a stressful day like this.
Of course. I'll leave him to you. And he will, I'll say, like, as the day goes on, you guys will all go back to your separate quarters and duties, and you will eventually find, you will find Anakin off in, like, in his sort of room. And I was like, Obi-Wan will, like, point you off to it, and he'll go back to his business.
Yeah, So Shiri, if Obi-Wan is back at his room, Shiri will give him a reassuring kiss on the cheek and allow him to go back to his duties before she goes off to find Anakin.
Yeah. He'll reciprocate and give you a kiss on the cheek as well, and then...
Aww.
Yeah. He'll leave you to it.
So, Shiri goes to find Anakin's room, and once she gets to it, she knocks on the doors, just...
And he goes, you can come in.
The door opens, and, like, she steps in.
Wanted to make sure that you're doing all right, Anakin.
I'm doing quite fine, thank you. As he's like, you see him, he's sort of like working on his little astromech droid.
Insight check.
Go ahead, make
16.
an insight. 16. Okay. For him, that is only going to be a 13.
All right, how is he feeling?
Yeah, you can tell this was a hard day for him. It's a mix of just, he feels like it was the right thing to do, but
or like you can't quite gauge. He's definitely lying. Like he's
Yeah.
fine. He is very much not fine.
Yeah.
On top of
Shuri,
other
like,
stuff, yeah, he's.
Before she says anything else, she waits for the door to close behind her, and she steps in.
And like R2 will sort of be like, it's like, just shut up, as he's like, still like he like bonks him over the head with a wrench, just. But
Your aura betrays your feelings, Anakin.
like sort of like put up his wrench. And he goes, "Go on outside, R2," and he goes like, it's like, "Yes, it's fine. Just I'll go." And he like will like sort of fetch into his wallet and goes like, "Here's 10 credits. Go buy yourself an oil bath. I just need time with Master Shearing." He goes, and like R2 will sort of like just sort of like skirt on out of here, and the door closes behind him. And Anakin goes, "All right, you got me. I should know it better to not lie to a master. Obi-Wan practically can read me like a book."
I'm not asking you to lie or anything. It's... You know that anything said here will not be shared or anything like that. Anything that you're feeling is just between us. It's been a hard day. I understand.
And, she kind of like seats herself, at the foot of his bed, just, looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
Come, sit.
Kind of like stands with like hesitates for a moment, but then kind of like crosses his arms and sits across from me or right next to you.
Aside from today, Obi-Wan has mentioned to me that it's been a bit rough because of everything that's happened since Dooku's rest.
I kind of feel like I'm being left behind. Your Padawan already ascended to the rank of knight, and I'm still but his Padawan. And right now I already have so much left ahead of me to even achieve the rank of knighthood. So many trials to do. And on top of that, I have to worry about close friends' safety.
I won't pry, but what do you mean by safety?
He'll sort of like lean a bit and goes, "I keep having these nightmares of my mother. When I found her back on Tatooine, she had been kidnapped by the Tuskens, and they tortured her in her final moments, and in those last screams I see my friend's face. It changes every time. It's either in a war scenario or here on Coruscant. All I can do is listen to her screams and wake up in a cold sweat."
Shuri places a hand on his arm. The Force works in mysterious ways. They're almost like warning symbols, trying to steer us from the inevitable from happening. It seems that it's trying to guide you almost away from that scenario of a friend. Never take them as true, because it seems that you are trying to take that. Excuse me. It seems that you are not trying to lead it down that path. It seems that you were a lot like me before I reached where I am now. You let your emotions run through you, Anakin.
Just Is it so wrong for us Jedi to encourage to feel such things?
It's not. It's not wrong at all. However, we have to know when to release those emotions and when to hold them back.
I don't know if I can let this person go.
And I'm not saying that you have to. I've had many lives lost, those who were close to me. One very important to me as well. Yet, because of my recklessness, I wasn't able to really save that person, and I strayed from the temple because of it. I don't wish for you to do the same thing, Anakin.
Kind of like turns away for a moment, like wipes a tear from his eye and goes, and Obi-Wan's been a bit more to himself these days, or when I try to mention you, he gets all flustered or wants me to focus more on my own training.
It would seem so. That Obi-Wan is a tough individual to crack. Trust me, as I've studied with him for years. And coming back to it, it was somewhat of a shell shock. And she kind of laughs a little bit at it.
And like Anakin pipes up going, would you believe that the first time I heard about Satine was when you called and made the report?
I wish that he would not keep such things from you as his own Padawan.
Honestly, it feels like the man has so many secrets.
He has a lot to worry about these days. All of that weight after Qui-Gon's passing fell onto his shoulders. He was a Padawan himself, you know, when he took you in. He was granted knighthood immediately because of him facing Maul. He still had a lot to learn. And I'm sure he's still learning. And I hope that you know that.
I do. I just sometimes feel... I just can't feel like I'm being left behind. And even with the council giving a lot of pressure as what I'm supposed to do. And
I think... Oh, God, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. He goes, I don't know what I have to do, but even if I do figure it out, I don't know if I'll have the strength to do it.
You motherfucker, you had to pull that line.
I had to. It was like sitting right there on a silver platter.
Motherfucker. But Sherry, like kind of rubs his arm a little bit, reassuring him. Well, I'm actually asking you if you could possibly train with me on some days. I don't want you to feel like you're alone or being left behind, Anakin. Obi-Wan sees so much in you, and I'm sure the Council does as well. In fact, I see it, especially when I saw you on Jakku.
Oh, he didn't find Jakku.
Not Jakku, fuck. God damn it, what the fuck was the name of the planet?
Geonosis?
Geonosis, yeah. Look, dude, it is late. I've had a long day.
It's fine. It's like, and that was like not even session 10 or whatever.
I'm going to lose
Yeah,
my
that was
mind.
forever and a half ago.
To be fair, they're both desert planets, so
Yeah,
you
that is also true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, Sherry, when I met you on Geonosis, I saw someone that I knew had so much potential in him. That fire that burned in your eyes. as soon as we escaped. You have something special in you, Anakin. And I'm not going to let it go to waste. And I'm sure no one in the council, nor Obi-Wan, nor anyone here wants to let that die out. It just takes control. And I'm willing to help you.
I understand. Perhaps we can, whenever I don't have an assignment, or Master Obi-Wan isn't dragging me along any place.
Whenever you wish to train, I will be open to help. I'm not going to dedicate myself to a single Padawan anymore. I've made my mistake in leaving D-Gig behind, and I don't wish to do that again. I'm happy to see her grow into the knight that she is. And I only wish to help others.
Kind of will just go in for like a random tight hug on you.
Oh! She's kind of like, she's taken aback for a second, and she's tense for a moment, but she just lets out a sigh and smiles before, hugging him tightly back.
Yeah. And, begins to... He lets out, some more tears and starts, openly crying a bit more. And then
boy!
I don't want to lose her.
You're not going to lose her. I promise you won't. And she's rubbing at his back.
Yeah, just giving out the occasional sniffles.
Yeah.
But yeah, a nice little moment.
Yeah.
I'll say Raz. Yeah. You had something, Jinkles?
I just said Pog.
Okay, I saw it on the cast and I was like, I don't know if that was something else you wanted to add. But alright.
I thought I heard Pog, but I'm like...
Yeah, obligatory Pog. Let's put some Soren Pogs in chat.
Yo, can we get some emotionally heals in the chat?
Press F to force heal these
Press
emotions.
F to embrace.
Press F to force heal emotional damage.
But yeah, I'll say we'll go to Viper for now. Anything?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just wanted, we'll change it up a little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anything you're doing often this private time after the sentencing or all that?
I'm gonna press my luck again. I'm gonna sort of I guess, spend some time with Palpatine.
Okay.
Just sort of escort him, considering just sort of everything that happened outside the with the bikers, and then just oh, how's the hostage scenario? Like the hostage is okay, right?
Oh yeah, I'll say a quick aside. The hostage would have gave you a nice tight hug and say, "You're my hero," and just all that's usual stuff. Yeah. He would have gotten praise from you had the clones there, and Fox would have been was a good rescue. Personally, I would have just blasted him and be done with it, but you got a different streak about you, and I like that in an officer.
I believe it's a saying I once heard in a diner. Creativity is the spice of life, something like that.
I'll keep that in mind. And I'll say, eventually as the day goes on, you'll eventually go find your way into Palpatine's office and just, escort him about the day. He comes out of one meeting and goes, thank you for the escorts, Viper. I'll have you know that the Senate Guard can be rather dull and not nearly as intriguing in conversation.
Well, when their job is pretty much to sort of stand guard all day, well, their mind tends to wander towards rather dull places, per se.
If I can impart to you a little bit of wisdom from one politician to a soldier, yes, I know you clones aren't exactly fully enlightened on the political system, but it does do good to know how the sausage is made, as they say.
Hearing Palpatine, I was not expecting to hear Palpatine say sausage in any of my life. But you know what? Here we are.
Okay.
Proceed.
I didn't know Palpatine saying sausage would be so spicy, but okay.
Continue, proceed.
And he goes, as much as the political theater is all about having to work together and knowing all these senators and striving for a grand democracy and ensuring everyone's voice is heard, in the end, you must truly look out for your own self-interests. Take this senator, for example, as he'll sort of put up like an image or like a holo recording of Padme, and like she's like speaking on the Senate floor, and she's like basically giving a whole speech of like, you know, trying to basically like fight against a bill that would create more clones to fight in the war.
Okay.
And then she goes, Palpatine like shuts off the recording and goes, senators like her are very bright. She is a very... You've met Miss Amidala, is that correct?
Have we? I don't believe
I think you have. Maybe once in passing.
Maybe once, like early, but...
Forever ago.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Geonosis, that's right.
On Geonosis, but it's like only in passing.
Yeah, that's right.
So he just sort of speaks up, just sort of like, Miss Amidala. The last time I saw her was when I was deployed over to Geonosis.
Oh, yes. It feels like forever since this war started. And all because she had to go and get herself kidnapped by Maul and his associates. But...
Well...
Do listen, well, she is a very bright, and she does ultimately mean well for the Republic, but with her shutting down this bill, who truly knows what she believes is next for the clones once the war is over?
Sort of like mulls it over. There's bound to be more of us coming in. I mean, just would be, as far as I'm concerned, there's more of us coming in every day. There's a clone for nearly every system, every Jedi, every squadron. With, if anything, I'd say we're over-prepared. And that's just a statement from a soldier to someone of a higher ground, but that's at least how I see it.
My dear boy, so naive. The Republic, in order to maintain order throughout the galaxy, we always are in need of more clones, much like yourself. Without them, this war will surely be lost, and the Separatists and the other crime lords will see the galaxy as nothing but a treasury to ripe and pillage of all of its goods, and more innocent lives will be lost, and Coruscant will turn into nothing but a safe haven for scum and villainy.
I assure you this, Palpatine, Your Majesty. I'll do my best to make sure that that Coruscant and the galaxies, whoever's under the eye of the Republic, will make sure that we'll drive out those set beasts too. The last spot says Uncle.
I appreciate that. With that in mind, as he sort of like will give you this little hollow disc and goes, here is a list of the senators of note, including Amidala herself, who I believe out of interest. They are aligned with the Republic for the moment, but I believe we must keep a close eye on their actions. For if any one action or legislation they are to pass gets through that limits the Republic performance in the war, they could be a danger to the standing of our democracy, and our very foundations could be split in two.
Did Palpatine just give me a future hit list?
What the fuck, dude?
I'm not
This
saying...
guy is fucked.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a hit list.
Oh, you don't have to say I know.
I'm trying to find the fucking name for this exactly, because it was like a fucking deleted scene where it was like the 2000 something. Hold on, let me find it.
Hold up.
Oh yeah, it was the Delegation of 2000. I think that's what it calls. And basically, like, it's a whole ass list of 2,000 senators from like hundreds of thousands of systems, and then he goes, I want you to keep a close eye on these individuals, and should I sense anything that is of interest to you or myself, I will immediately let you know to pay them a visit to ensure that they're continuing their role in this grand cog of the Senate and allowing the wheels to turn.
Yes, Your Excellency. It shall be done.
I'm glad I can count on you, Viper. Just, again, another secret between the two of us. The other commanders will also notified, but I figured I should do you good to inform you as well.
He nods and pockets the holodisc.
You may resume as you were.
He just bows and just sort of like makes his way.
All right.
Man, you really sure you want to be chummy with this guy? This is a lot of sus.
Listen, I gotta spice it up a little bit because it's like I've already checked on the boys. It's just sort of like as much as it is, I have obligations to him since he gave me that. I might as well just sort of like make sure to check in every now and then so I'm not being like sus.
You do, and Viper is like
He's head of Viper is head of secret police. Viper is head of secret police. Like, he kind of like, and Palpatine basically gave him the job. It'd be rude to not like check in on your boss every once in a while,
yeah.
You know.
So,
God.
With that in mind,
I don't even.
I'm gonna head over to the barracks, back to my little room.
Okay.
And just sort of like go over that holodisc and see if there's any names that just sort of like stand out to me, any familiar ones.
Aside from Padme, not really.
But these are all still just like people of power and just sort of.
Oh yeah, these are all senators of various systems. Yes, and they're all like Republic-aligned worlds. Some of them are like, you know, like there's like the I forget the name. But one of them is like, you know, a trade federation representative, like the banking clans. Like, they're all like people of note. But yeah, like those are the only ones that are really standouts.
Okay. I'm gonna put that in my. I'm looking over that and just sort of like, for just a moment, and just sort of like putting it in my drawer and just sort of like sitting in my chair, just like. Palpatine. What are you working on anyway?
I love planting seeds of doubt in my little pawns. Anyway, Raz.
Is that you? Is that you talking, or is that Palpatine, Kevin?
Anyway,
no.
Raz.
I know you. I know what you're hatching.
Oh yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, I'll say like where are you at as like the day is like slowly coming to its end?
You know what? I think Wherever would he be? I think he's gonna try to find that new recruit from the Rough Riders, CT-2792.
2792.
He's gonna try to find him.
Yeah, easy enough. Like you see him, like he's like working on the speeder more. He's like using one of the wrenches and fusion cutters as he's like sort of trying to deck out like the grill of his speeder, and he sort of like rolls out. Hey kid, just putting finishing touches on the old girl. He's like attaching like just like extra like boosters and like buffing up the cannons, all sorts of stuff he's working on.
And how's like the operation going? Does it seem like it's going smooth sailing, or is he running across is the bike like running into any hiccups or such?
Make a technology check.
Okay, all right. Black.
Yes, I mean,
Ouch.
I mean, it certainly looks like a speeder.
He's not that dumb, but like it probably doesn't notice anything out of the ordinary sticking out. I assume.
Not that you can tell, no.
Okay.
But yeah, he just like keeps going on about his business.
Yeah, Raz will just kind of walk up to him. You seem to be handling yourself okay. Kind of.
Oh yeah, I learned a fair bit by example from yourself and your little wisdom earlier this week.
As he's like just like putting on the final touches.
There she goes. Should make. Hopefully, I'll blitz by the other boys in the coming days as I get ready for the next big exam.
Good to hear. You know, when I saw you run off the other day, that was quite the. Pretty impressive.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, only came here with everything I learned from Couto and bits and pieces from Lieutenant Ross, but I think I'm starting to come into my own here.
Not really, like you left quite the streak on the racetrack.
I did, didn't I? The guy had to clean up the mess was none too pleased with it.
And out of character, what was that trooper's name that was cleanup duty?
It was Dust.
Dust, okay, because Raz would know. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel really bad for Dust.
Yeah, he just tends to get left behind. It's nothing out of the ordinary. Poor lad's just has a bad streak of luck when it comes to his own rides, but weirdly enough, he's still so good with his still good at fixing up others for some reason.
Yeah, pretty good skill of his. Hey, you know, you move pretty fast on the bike. I think I might have found a new name for you.
Kind of like perks up. Is that like,
You did?
Yeah. How about Streak?
at that, like his eyes just sort of light up, very anime style, and he's just like,
God.
Oh my Criff. Ingenious!
as he like goes into like high five you, is like, oh, the other boys are gonna be the troopers are gonna be so bloody jealous. I love it.
He high fives back. Glad you approve.
Oh yeah, I think they'll really get a kick out of this one.
And yeah, with that he'll sort of like hop on his speeder and just sort of like start to like rev it up. Oh yeah, and then like he'll like just sort of launch. Hold on, I'm gonna give him a piloting check.
Okay. God.
Immediately crash.
This, please no. This poor
He's
poor
not
boy.
gonna crash and die. I'm not that cruel. But then yeah, he's gonna like
he like go onto the track and be like, "Look out, Seppies! Here comes Shriek!" As he like just blitzes down the Rough Riders racetrack, just like going like full speed, and like he like occasionally, you'll notice he's piloting well. The back of his speeder occasionally like falls a little bit too low to the ground and leaves some sparks, but he's fine. And then like Brass, like hearing this, he'll like sort of come up behind you and being like, "I take it you were the one who gave him a name."
Yep. He seems very excited.
All the shinies get this way. If he gets a little bit too cocky for himself, is it right if I blame you for that?
I take full responsibility, sir.
Good to know. And with that, you'll get a quick call on your comm link.
He answers.
And then it is Hornbrov, like in his like little wheelchair, his like hover chair. He goes,
Ah.
It's like, "Rabbit, where the hell are you?"
The Humbra, sir.
Report your ass back here to Republic, the agency at 2000. I need to have a word with you.
Sir, yes, sir, on my way. And he closes the comms. Looks like I'm needed elsewhere, Brass.
Well, don't let me keep you. Go on, see the man.
Alright, Street comes back, tell him I had to go, but
I'll keep him
I'll meet
informed.
back with him soon.
I'll
What
let
was
him
that?
know. I'll let him know.
Thanks. And he'll salute at Brass.
Alright, he'll salute back.
And Raz will get on a speeder to head to the Republic Agency.
Yeah. And then, what was the Wookiee's name?
Yumi.
Yumi, yeah. She would, like, be waiting outside for you, out there being like, which you know now in Shuriwook is,
Yeah.
I don't know what you did, but Humbrav is mad.
Oh god. As he parks the speeder, he kind of really happy that he can now understand Yumi and properly communicate, but also is filled with dread at the thought of Humbra.
Humbrav.
Great.
The V at the end.
Humbrav.
You're
Like,
good.
what did he do? Kind of a thought. I have no idea either. Really hope it's not as bad as it sounds.
And then basically responding with, like, if he gets mad, it's usually with a right reason. So I hope you have a good excuse.
I hope so too, whatever that is. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it.
Yeah. And I'll say, like, you eventually will, like, you make your way over to his office, and I'll say, actually, the Duros dude with the mustache will sort of tip his, twirl his stash to you and, like, give you, like, a shit-eating grin as, like, you're walking off.
Okay. Might as well just kind of catch that, but just walk past him.
Okay. And then you will eventually find your way into Humbrav's office. And yeah, you see, like, like a usual, like, photo of him and, like, this, like, squad of, like, him, like, at the front with, like, these other Republic soldiers of various, like, races, but mostly human. And, like, he's, like, in front of, like, this old Republic sort of tank. And, like, you're seeing all, like, these other photos of his history, various sort of war medals decorated all over, and a DC-17, like, carbine sort of hooked on the wall. And, like, he kind of turns and goes like,
Nice you to finally make it here, boy.
I got your message, sir. What seems to be the problem?
Stand at attention when I address you.
Sir, yes, sir. he just immediately goes into that, tight soldier posture, saluting, hands to his sides, standing up straight.
And kind of like sneers his eyes at you and goes,
Where do you get off? Going off on all these missions without so much as a, oh, hoorah, I'm gonna be off with the Jedi and the clone trooper. We're gonna have fun flying off to Jakku. It'll be a grand old time. There's that, and you or that blue feller Soren don't even give me the decency to tell that boy went AWOL.
He didn't tell anyone?
Not a word.
as he's really close to you in his hover chair.
Yeah, he's kind of almost on instinct, inching his head back, but still does not move. He just kind of, to himself, he's thinking, oh, what the hell, Soren? Sir, I apologize. I would have thought he would have informed everyone in the agency of his current predicament. Apparently, that is not the case.
For supposed royalty, you sure does act like a spoiled brat. But, and even when with your antics coming as late as y'all did that one night, I've half a mind to court-martial y'all. But I was advised by a great chancellor of sorts that he did point out your leadership back on Jakku, as well as your performance in that battle.
And he goes into his sort of go behind his drawer and pull out something. Goes,
It's with great honor and pride I bestow onto you, Raziel,
sort of slaps on these two little bars.
the rank of corporal.
Had you going there for a second, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Immediately his eyes just this whole time he's filled with apprehension, okay, what's he gonna do? What's his punishment? And then he slaps the badge on to Raziel, and his eyes just go wide, and he kind of blinks a couple of times. Sir, this is an honor. Thank you.
Don't mention it. And still laying you off easy for that other crap. I want you scrubbing on those decks, Spa. I want you scrubbing all them gunship decks. I want to be able to eat off them by 0600 tomorrow. You get me, boy?
Sir, yes, sir. I won't let you down.
Now get to it. Hut, 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 hut.
Yes, sir. He's running out of the room with the badge, and he gets to scrubbing and doing basically until nightfall, doing all of the chores that he can.
Oh yeah, it is. Don't know if you know this, but airways are probably very infamous to clean, and you are left there probably even. I'll say go ahead and make me a general strength check, because it takes a lot of force to clean. You're basically sort of having to scrub these with a mix of by hand as well as some very little machinery to work with to sort of actually clean these. So just a general strength check for me.
Okay, my strength is okay. Let's see. Woo, pretty good.
21. You are lucky in that you are able to get to do it before too late into the evening. I'll say it takes you till about midnight to fully scrub these off. But yeah, you
You do not suffer exhaustion. You're damn near exhausted from having to clean these so much. You are drenched in sweat and just muck and just all this just filth of the airways. And
Yeah, he's just like, after he's done and like kind of puts his rags and like all the cleaning supplies away, he just like wipes his forehead. Holy crap. I am going to pass out tonight. Why? How does all those ships get that dirty? This does not seem possible.
How do they get dirty in the vacuum of space? It's literally a vacuum. But yeah.
And yeah, he just goes off to his barracks and he's just gonna collapse unless something else bothers him that night. He just collapses onto his bed.
I'll say, like, unbeknownst to you, like, you're passed out at this point, but Yumi kind of goes over to your, like unconscious body. And, like, she'll go, like, like, just keep poking it. And, like, realize you're not moving, and then she'll sort of, like, pull the blanket over you.
You can just hear him snoring.
Yeah, Yumi will, like, pull a blanket over you and, like, tuck you in.
Aww.
And then she'll, like, go back to her quarters and start sleeping. But yeah, I'll say with all that concluded, if you guys want to try to talk up to the pilot known as Dameron, then you are more than welcome to sort of meet up at the agency.
The next day, sure.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Shiri? Jinkles?
Sorry, I stepped away to get some water.
Oh, you're good, but yeah, you...
She is deceased.
Yeah, you're good. But yeah, they're gonna go meet Dameron if you want to try to talk to him.
Yes, please.
All right. So it's probably like, earlier in the day. I'll probably like, at this point, probably like 0800 when you guys are all like called over. And like you see like all these pilots are like, making the different attack runs and like, practicing like formations in like the simulators. And I'll say, yeah, like Admiral Thrawn is sort of Captain Thrawn sort of overseeing all this training.
I was gonna be scared if he was Admiral
That
already.
No.
I was like, yeah, bruh.
Panic.
Yeah. I'll say Admiral Yularen is still there. Just sort of like overseeing him viewing this, and like, Admiral Yularen and Thrawn are like going over attack strategies and like, saying like telling the students what they did wrong or right. And you see, I'll pull out. Did I save his image? There we go. Come on, internet. I just want to pull an image. There we go. You see this sort of scrappy looking young man, humanoid, rocking a little bit of a soul patch going. I'll drop him in VC text chat. Yeah, just sort of like, like gelled back hair and like a little flight suit and a gas mask. He like sort of pops it off. And let me just put down his name. Kiss Dameron. There we go. And yeah, he kind of like Captain Thrawn source goes like, Pilot Dameron, your attack runs are a little bit more reckless than usual. Is all alright? And he goes like, everything's fine, Chief. Just leave me to my business, and we good to get out of here. And Yularen will go like, that will be all for now. Come on, Pilot Dameron, you may proceed as you need. He goes, thank you. And then the three of you will see him like walking out of the flight training room. Are you guys like trying to hide from him, or are you just like in plain sight, just clearly waiting for him, or what are you all doing?
We're not trying to draw attention to ourselves more than likely, but, we are just, kind of hanging around.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Probably like subtly around.
Yeah.
More than likely, as we're trying to find him. But, again, not giving off, not trying to draw too much attention, just, trying to blend in, really.
And all right, and then he'll sort of see you and raise an eyebrow as you guys aren't moving there. Goes can I help the three of you?
At that, Shiri kind of she smiles at him, gives a quick little wave, just... Dameron, correct?
Yeah, and who's asking?
Master Shir'iven of the Jedi Council.
Oh, Griff. And he gets the attention.
Shiri, she laughs and she puts her hands up.
No need for that. I'm not one for these type of formalities. Trust me, I'm still getting a bit used to it myself.
Sorry, General. I've just your record's kind of famous around here. You've got through the Mygeeto system. It's no Jedi or anyone in the Republic over the last 1,000 years have been able to break through that. And your record on Jakku, and you actually bombed system. That is not an easy call for any leader to make.
It wasn't really that. It was a tough decision to make.
And she's kind of her who are kind of swaying a little bit okay, a little bit embarrassed and just move on.
And Rez will notice that she's kind of that discomfort, and he'll kind of pipe up with a comment. It was a group effort.
Oh
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Couldn't have done it without my team. But that's not why I'm here. We request your services, Dameron. If possible.
For what? As he kind of crosses his arms again, raise an eyebrow.
Well, and she kind of no one's really paying attention to them, but Dameron, right?
Yeah, it just looks like it's the four of you right now. It's a bit busy, but all the other pilots appear to be doing their own business.
What was the name of Tambor's home planet?
Skako Minor, but the planet where the
where
garage might be is on Seleucumai.
Yeah.
Seleucumai, yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
We might need a quick transport to Seleucumai.
Seleucumai? Huh. Outer Rim world, eh?
We need to retrieve something that's been taken from us, basically.
Oh, really? And, what would that be?
A ship.
Oh. Well, that's easy enough. Just fly right in, separatist territory, get past all the Magnificent class ships, droid fighters. It shouldn't be a problem.
We've handled worse. We just need someone who can get us in, and we can get out.
Someone who can get us in, preferably undetected.
And when we were trying to think of a good pilot, we thought that you would be able to do the job.
Kind of looks to you, Viper, and goes, why don't you ask him? He's got millions of brothers and sisters. Probably at least one of them's gonna want to fly a ship.
We're trying to keep this on the down low, if you know what I mean.
Kind of at the mention of it being down low, he kind of cocks a little smile, but then switches back to being serious. He goes, I could get in a lot of trouble for this. Hell, probably a lot of you all be court-martialed if we get caught doing something this a little under the GAR.
We know, but we've taken bigger risks before.
And came out all right.
Well, what's the nature of this? Am I just dropping you off, or are you, how are we doing this exactly?
Dropping us off, we can get out with Viper's piloting. once we get to the ship. We just need to get in, and you'll be on your way.
Out of curiosity, what is the ship in question? I always, if it's of any note to me, I might tag along.
Well, obviously this is between us, and I will gladly pay you for your secrecy.
Oh. I mean, you're my commanding officer. I kind of just gotta do what you do. Do what you tell me to do.
We don't...
You do not need to buy my silence. I will follow you to the ends of the war.
And I appreciate it, Dameron. We just don't want this to come up in any reports. That's why I need to be sure. But... does Slave 1 sound familiar to you?
Slave 1. Kind of goes on, goes, if that's just the name of the ship, I've never heard of it. The model, you know?
Do I have to do a lore?
Oh, no, you know it's a fire spray ship.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, got you. I thought that was the name Boba chose for it. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, the fire spray is like the name of the model. You're good.
Got you. It's the fire spray owned by one Jango Fett.
All right. And you kind of like, well, they pull up a little manifesto, or like a little log, goes like, ooh, fire spray. Yeah, if it's owned by this Jango Fett guy, I know they're tend to highly modify these ships, so could be a bit of a tricky to figure it all out in a short amount of time, but...
And of course there's no telling because, well, the person who took it from him is more than likely Wat Tambor.
Oh, big separatist fish, huh?
Yep.
Well, I think my wife might have an old freighter I could sort of lend as part of a favor. As long as the ship doesn't get too scuffed up, I can take you over there to Salukamai. I just need to drum up some fake... I need some fake credentials if I want to get into separatist space that deep.
Shuri would be able to, like, find someone with that expertise, right?
Quinlan Voss is probably the best guy to...
Yep. God damn it.
Oh, God.
You know what?
Oh,
at
the
that,
Chad.
Shuri just, like, she sighs and she looked to Viper and Raz on this. Dear Lord, forgive me.
Oh,
Beg
no.
her forgive
You're
me.
not thinking who I think
He's
you're thinking.
What?
Best
What?
we've got.
Well,
Another
what's
Jedi
wrong?
Knight.
Oh,
who-
yeah. I mean, no
Are you
offense,
familiar?
but I imagine those Jedi can be quite a pain in the pants to deal with, if you ask me.
This one, the one we're
This-
mentioning is a very
I'm
thinks he's
sure
hot.
that
he's
here's the
he's
thing.
very
I'm
charismatic.
Ah,
I'm-
yeah.
Something
I know.
like that.
I think I know a thing or two about the charisma.
I do think that it'd be easy for us to get those credentials for you, Dameron. Especially with his liking towards me.
Ooh.
And she kind of... She shakes her head.
I've seen some talk among the other pilots. They do take a liking to you too. You got quite a couple of admirers. Be proud of yourself.
Raz just like brings an eyebrow up at that comment.
You know, Shuri kind of like, duly noted.
I mean, I'm a married man, so I can't speak for myself.
No,
Sorry.
no,
Oh, good for
it's
him.
okay. No, good for you. Good for you. I'm sure you have a lovely wife.
Oh yeah, she's great. Just doing honest work, helping out folks around Coruscant here. But occasionally she helps me out with
military contacts if needed, and always knows how to pull a favor for me.
Good. So, I will get those credentials for you. Get that freighter, and she hands over her, like, he has her comm link, right?
Yeah,
her
like you can
phone?
like give him his frequency,
Yeah.
and like he'll be able to communicate with you.
Yeah. I'll keep you updated once I get those credentials. You're updated on the freighter.
I will do just that, Master Jedi. As he like will sort of like tip his pilot hat to you.
She like she smiles.
Yeah, I'll
Thank
also
you.
say he's got like a Republic sort of like, it's not a varsity jacket. It's the one that like they wear in Top Gun. It's
Oh my fucking god. He has a
Wow.
like he's
fucking
got
flight
the full
jacket.
like ace pilot sort of get up to him right now.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I
He
love
has
him.
the need for speed.
God.
Amazing.
But he like smiles at him.
Alright. Have a good day, Dameron. We'll see you around.
It's to you, General. As he like sort of like will give a little 2-finger salute.
Yep, she does the same, and three of them head off.
All right.
Yep.
And
And-
immediately, as soon as they leave the barracks and everything, Sherry just fucking sighs. She's like, please, please.
Man,
forgive me for
dude,
us
I want a
going-"
fucking Republic GAR flight jacket now. Like, that
Yeah.
sounds so awesome.
God.
Just fucking
Wait.
like lathered with 501st symbols on it and
Yes.
shit.
And like as soon as as soon as the party's away and Shir'iven like heaves that sigh, Raz will heave a sigh of his own and just kind of mutter, Quinlan must be the most unconventional Jedi I've ever met.
He's our best way to silence.
He's the best thing that we can do in this situation.
No.
Sherry, as they're walking back to their fucking transportation, back to the council and everything, she's already pulling up his fucking frequency.
Oh my god.
All right. And you ring it up.
Yep.
And then he like go pick up the comm link and goes like, Master Sherry, what a pleasant surprise!
God.
Raz literally holds in a groan in the background.
Goes like, it has been forever. It's been a rotation and a half since we've last spoke. How are you?
Could be doing better with everything the war has brought to us. But
I
hope
mean,
you're doing
the war
all right.
goes on, but look at you, Master on the High Council. You.
Yes. It's still quite
You're
a
making
shock.
big steps, and your Padawan reaching the rank of knighthood. Good for her.
Yes, I couldn't be more proud. And she, immediately, like, Raz and Viper can clock, like, the immediate, like, oh, this suck up sort of fucking tone with her. Like, yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what can I do you for?
Well, we are trying to go on a small mission, keep it on the down low, and I wanted to trust you with its secrecy because I know you could possibly help us.
Ooh, secrecy in the Jedi Order? How scandalous!
Very. Yet I know you could do a good job at keeping a secret from me.
Oh, you know me too well. List me off what you need and I can provide it. I just might need something in return.
What would you need for a few credentials on a trip to...
Fuck, I'm already blanking on the name again. I'm so sorry.
Saleucami. You're good.
Thank you. So many planets to remember.
And he goes,
Few credentials to Saleucami.
Saleucami. That is quite the outer rim world you're going to.
I know, it's a bit of a trek, but we have a bit of business out there.
Well,
You just hear him like click-clacking on his computer. All right, this might be a bit of a tough sell. I can sort of drum up identities, knowing all of your backgrounds the best I can come up with. Could be... Kind of like looks over everything, goes, that clone fellow, perhaps he could be in the market of selling dancers, and you could be a prized, I forgive me if this is all a bit much. Like, look, I know you're not as proud of this history. I mean, in my personal opinion, you can flaunt hips like no other Jedi in the Council.
I know. And she's kind of do a quick little fucking twitch fuck.
Yeah, no. Viper immediately raises a hand. Viper immediately raises a hand as just sort of to just Shir'iven just like, can I step in to save you from this?
Shiri, she puts a finger up, just one second.
And
it just slowly the fingers curl in out of both fear and also just sort of mostly fear.
Fear.
And Raz is just like, he has his arms crossed and he's just like puffing a breath, kind of in the background. He doesn't like this.
It's a good plan. No, I've done this when I was in hiding, so it just bring me back to old times, so don't worry about it.
Okay, alright, I was worried I would offend you there for a moment. glad we're still on good terms. Seleucamai it's a hot springs kind of world, and the traders there like a little show every now and then, so if you perhaps sort of come in under the guise of either offering your own services or trading the dancers there, I'm sure they would let you in. I mean, I don't know what to come up with. Your friend Raziel, maybe like a ward or an assistant, perhaps. But
he could be a ward, because if I am this exclusive dancer for those among the stars, then I need some protection.
Viper slowly pulling out the electric pistol. I could shoot him right now.
Shiri,
you're over a comm. He's not physically there.
I could shoot that off right now. And
immediately, Shiri's fucking
I'm open to hearing suggestions from you. This is your mission, after all. If you wanted to be, assistants under this sort of band you're forming up to Seleucamai.
It's honestly the best bet we would have, and it could offer a few more ways in. People like a good sway here and there. It's the best bet we've got.
Well, it'll take me a little bit of time, just probably a day or two to form everything, but
that's fine. It gives us time to get ready.
Yeah, you're gonna need disguises. You might need, I think, I know a guy in the lower districts of Coruscant. I think he might have the outfits if you're looking to be a prime time, sort of present yourself in that sort of vibe again and feel like, I don't want to say good old days, or probably not super good, but feel like old times,
Right. Alright, well, send me his information, and we'll be on our way.
Alright, a pleasure as always calling with you, Sherry.
Pleasure always talking.
You have my call frequency, so don't feel ashamed at all to ring me up again.
Oh, of course, I'll keep that in mind.
Hey, and one more thing. Don't be a stick in the mud now that you're on the council, don't be a stick in the mud like old and Obi-Wan. Yeah, just, still be that fun little Sherry I used to know, huh?
Oh, the fun little shit. Is that what you said? Hold on, wait, our comm
Wait.
seems to be
I can still hear... Wow. What a dick move. I mean, go ahead.
Viper immediately just sort of nonchalantly just sort of like crouches over a bit, just sort of like if he went on for a minute longer, I was going to puke.
Can I roll a persuasion check to see if that actually fucking worked though?
I'll make a deception because you're lying that your fucking connection was breaking. That was so cruel to the poor lad.
Whoa.
No.
Man was acting down low on the fucking.
You'll find out. But
Two.
yeah.
And in the background, immediately after Sherry cuts the call, Raz just goes, I hate him.
Aw, he was such. Y'all fucking used to love Quinlan Voss.
No, we love him, but
I
like,
love
that
him.
entire,
I love
the
him.
entire talk of like the good old days, as soon as like the comm link is like off, Shiri's fucking Leiku are like wildly twitching.
My God.
Like, actually, wait, you know the wait, Kev, remember that fucking image that we sent one another of like the fucking how the Leiku
Yeah.
looked? Immediately stiff, pointed towards the back.
Yeah. Basic. For those who don't know, but that symbol of the Leiku pointing at the back means like rub spice on your wounds. So basically a fuck you, or like go like eat, like, you know, touch grass, like very harsh insult on that, with that Leiku twitch. Jesus Christ.
Viper immediately speaks up, just sort of like, you know, we could just take Dameron and just go by ourselves. We'll figure it out. We always figure it out.
We always figure it out, but if we're taking a Republic pilot, we need it.
As much as Quinlan aggravates me, we do need a way
I'm
to
gonna
get
have
to
to
the
answer.
planet without the Republic knowing what we're up to, or it'll cause complications.
I'm more than likely gonna have to answer for that ending. I just couldn't stand it any longer.
Kevin?
She's already putting her hands on her head.
Wait.
Her hands on her face.
Oh.
Kevin,
Oh.
real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna DM a thing to you just to see if this can work. I like this. I don't get me wrong. I like this already, but it's just like
Okay. Let's see what you send. Yes. Oh, did you like DM it privately, or you're?
I'm sending it to you right now.
Okay, got it. And... God.
No, I love this, but Raziel just thinks Quinlan
Okay.
is kind of annoying.
Okay, I'm glad.
In character.
I'm hoping I'm not making them too similar, because like Dameron's a chill guy. Like, you know, he might say a bit too much, doesn't really have a filter. But yeah, Voss is like that to like the nth degree, because like he's been through the bullshit as a Jedi, and he's very much not of
Yeah, no, I love this. I'm just in character.
Sorry, I'm just replying to fucking Jeff.
I saw
Okay.
their comment.
Chase, by what
Say-
you're
say-
asking here, what do you mean
say-
exactly?
Okay, so it's like, would my position with you know who be enough to just sort of like nix? Like, do we need Quinlan for this really?
He's
In order
already
to-
doing it though.
Like,
All right, never mind.
Yeah,
Alright,
like
there.
yeah,
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 and we've already
yeah.
he's already sold so much. If we deny him, then he'll get.
Yeah,
all right, fine.
like even with your position, honestly, your position in the Palpatine thing might make you a liability. But like, thankfully, like they don't know your face underneath the helmet. It's more just like, oh, your armor's kind of to give away. Like, oh shit, this guy's Coruscant guard, or
Oh,
like
got
he's
it.
with them.
Got
yeah.
it. Okay.
So basically, this is
All
just
right.
like a way to give you an identity. And like, yeah,
Okay.
Quinlan has like all the underground criminal organization connections. He can drum up
Shit,
a fake
he
identity. Yeah.
All right, fair. Touche.
Yeah. Oh my
Let
fucking.
the undercover guy do undercover work. Yeah.
You're just seeing the chat going on in Mo's eye sleeves. I mean,
Sheesh.
But
Jeez.
Shiri, once she gets the information for the contact, she looks to Raz and Viper. Well, looks like we have a bit of a shopping spree to do.
That we do. And
All these credits are indeed sitting around, so what the hell?
All right.
And real quick.
Mm-hmm.
At some point before the as we're preparing, Raz will send a message to Patch.
Okay.
Just a general just hitting him up, letting him know. I talked to Shir'iven about your request. She has an upcoming mission in mind, and she's interested in having you accompany us.
You kind of respond back over a call and goes
Oh, well, if General, just say the word of when I need to be ready, and I will be right there with her.
Yeah, he needs to meet us now so we can get him an outfit.
And he'll respond back. Could you meet us now?
Oh.
We need to discuss things more in detail.
Oh, of course. I'll be right over.
and he'll quickly pop on his armor and everything, and I'll say you're still waiting to do this at the agency or where at? Or some other different place?
I mean, wherever we had the call with Quinlan, wherever that was going to
Oh yeah, that was
be.
at the agency or just outside of it.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah.
I guess we haven't really moved much,
No,
so...
you really haven't. But yeah, Patch will ride on over in his speeder, and he'll step on off in his full medic armor and goes
All right, General, I'm ready for whatever mission you got for us, so lay it on me. Where we going?
Salukami.
eyes immediately bulging underneath the helmet. Goes,
Salukami, you're serious?
Very.
That's-
And it's secret, so Patch, I trust that you're going to keep that sworn to secrecy.
I can. Slight problem. It's pretty deep in separatist space, I'm sure you're well aware.
Yep.
And we're just going to fly right in.
We have disguises, and that's why we're here. We need to buy them.
We'll be flying in under the radar.
he takes off his helmet and goes,
And pray tell, what disguise do you have for me?
We were thinking either ward or an associate of Viper's. And I know I'm not proud of this, but
Oh, here we go.
we are going to need to basically sway our way in. And the best way I thought of that was me being... She's already just giving this disgusted look. I'm not proud of it, but I need to be a slave dancer.
and as you say that again, Patch immediately blushes and goes
General!
It's not my proudest moment, but it's the best thing we have.
If you're gonna blame anyone and under his breath and shoot later, you can blame. It's tropish, it's asinine, but it fits the bill, and it'll sell.
Look, Patch, before I knew you, this is how I got by. I'm not proud of it, but
I
how I got
understand.
by.
I completely understand, General. It's just these Salukami types, the scum that hangs out over there. If they try something, I'm going to try my best to not go off. But my purpose is to protect you as well as the rest of your friends here, and
that's why I'm entrusting you to do that. Raz is going to be my ward and ensure that no one puts their hands on my business.
And you can be sure I won't.
my dang
cleric. All right. And like you'll like start like, you'll be like, but I'm still the head medic of this mission. The second our well-being is at risk, I'm cutting us off.
Righto then. Completely fine with that.
Are we fine with cutting it off there?
I am 100% fine with that.
I'm fine with that too. I just had to contact Patch because Rez made that promise. So
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to build Patch's sheet because he's a high-level healer, and yeah, that basically means nobody is going to die for when he does his shit. God
Alright,
fucking damn it! This is literally the god. This is turning into the fucking the arc on Zygeria.
Yeah.
Where everyone has...
Oh god, it is! Oh my god.
Ahsoka as the
Christ.
fucking slave, god damn
Oh my god.
It's gonna be
That
so
arc.
fucking awkward. Like fucking Patch and Viper be like, we're twins. Don't look into it too much or something. It's like him going like he's the ugly twin or some shit.
I was gonna say just pulls down his scarf, just like I'm the adopted one.
I'm the adopted twin. What the fuck?
Mother had a surrogate.
Oh shit, I'm dying. Okay, but yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
hold on.
Oh fuck. What now?
Oh, I'm trying to. God. Oh, what the fuck? What was that one line from Avengers? Just sort of like, I think it was like Nick Fury and Thor, and just sort of, what's his deal? And then Thor's just like, he's adopted.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it. But yeah, that is gonna do it for episode 67 of Revenge of the Crit. But yeah.
Revenge of the Quit.
I mean, I want a Revenge of the Quit after this fucking session. It's like, I'm done suggesting someone does slave dancing to get in the system. I'm out! No. This is getting very spicy. But holy shit. Yeah. But yeah, you can, just quickly going down the line, you can follow me at KCoutova on all the social medias, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, all that. We will be back next week for more of this goodness. What else? Yeah, I'm gonna try to make a habit of trying to do like something else throughout the week, of at least either on my own or with friends. It's just work schedule is kind of fucked, so forgive me if you're just seeing only tabletops on the channel for a little while. But yeah, and we'll also have the Youngling one-shot VOD up on YouTube very soon. Tati's just gonna, do their editing magic on it. So, but yeah. Speaking of Tati,
Yo, Tati here. I played Raziel, annoyed with Quinlan. Happy he's a corporal. That's exciting news, actually. He's getting promoted like the rest. Yay. You can also follow me on Twitter at Tati the VA. Still trying to get back into working on stuff again, but it's slow going, but it's getting there. I'll be, post voice acting, audio mixing, project updates, what have you galore, D&D stuff, D&D campaigns that I'm in, streams. Besides Revenge of the Crit, you can follow me every Tuesday nights and the World of Eris homebrew campaign at 6:30 p.m. PST via Orion VA's Twitch, as well as Curse of Strahd and Ghosts of Saltmarsh every other Thursday, alternating at 7 p.m. PST via Dungeons May Cry's Twitch. So check those out. That's it from me at the moment. Yay.
yeah. Next up, Jinkles. What was that sound even? I couldn't even hear what the fuck he said. I still can't. That doesn't help. What?
It's one of the guys from Red Hot Chili Peppers screaming across the recording booth, "Aimbo!"
Hold on, let me find the actual link. Hold on, I'll just.
Oh
put
my
it there.
fucking
So good. But
Lord.
hi, I'm Jinkles. I play Shir'iven in this wonderful thing. You can find me at Love Jinkles on Twitter.com. And I have an amazing news. You can hear me as the siren in this new game that I'm in called The Ferryman. If you have 30 to 45 minutes to spare to have like a good old-fashioned, slight horror-inspired game, then please check it out on Josh Edwards' Twitter. There's a link that he posted. His Twitter is
horror.
Yeah. It's his Twitter is Josh Dev. That's JOSHEDEV, all one word. His name is Josh Edwards. He did an amazing job, and so did the rest of the team. I play the lovely siren in it, where I basically antagonize protagonists with my melodious voice.
Good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good shit. Go check it out there. And last but not least, as always, a good boy, Chase. Fucking end me.
One of these days, I'll get my soundboard, and then it'll be over for you, Kevin. Anyway, hi everyone. I'm Chase Beck. You can find me over on Twitter at Chase Beck, at the Chase Beck, and YouTube at Chase Beck. The thing I was going to announce got canceled, so that's me.
Oh no, that sucks.
Because the thing that I need to travel to it is not going to be ready for a bit. But other than that, I'm working on some stuff. A lot of voice skits, all that yada yada nonsense. Nothing to announce yet. That's me. Back to you, Kevin.
All right. Again, thanks everybody for coming out to these sessions. It's a huge passion thing for us, and very excited to see where this next arc goes, because holy shit. This is gonna get weird real fucking fast.
Oh, we've been needing a weird adventure.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm excited.
Soren would be proud. Sorry about that. Yeah, Soren would be proud of the antics y'all are getting up to. But yeah, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Remember to...
I think for 2 episodes and you're already doing this? What the hell?
Like, I mean, I'm so proud of you. You know, like, yeah.
Bring some levity into this. Great.
Yeah.
I only have one request. If you're gonna do this again, I want to be the dancer.
He's so
He really
would.
would, actually.
To be fair, he has charisma out the ass. He would probably make it for a kick-ass pole dancer. Just go full 100%, just Magic Mike. in
These cheeks need to be seen by the entire Outer Rim and then some.
Fucking God. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming. Remember to stay safe, wash your hands, get vaxxed, get boosted. We love you all very much. And remember, as always, may the rolls be with you. Always. Good night.
Good night.
Night, Tia.